Good evening. We are all trapped in the screen once again.
Let us out!
Welcome, everybody. This is Happy Jack's RPG, and this is Road to Nowhere, our Electric State actual play. I am Kadave. I use he, him pronouns. And, this is episode 5.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Already, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
it is.
It's just flitting by, much like the highway markers. First off, this game is a R-ish rated adventure. We can use the bad words. We can get into situations that are going to be uncomfortable and weird, and traumatic things might happen.
Uh-oh.
If you are not prepared
Have.
for that kind of adventure, if that's not what you're into, whether it be tonight or ever, check out some of the other shows at happyjacks.org/shows. There's everything from the coziest of gentle adventures to far worse than this. So, so you can find wherever you fit on that spectrum and dive in. With that, also important, because I mentioned trauma, we use safety tools. You should use safety tools. Figure it out with your table, talk to them, be a grown-up for 30 seconds, and figure out how to make everybody comfortable and safe around your table. We use a Lines and Veils document here, and we also use a digital X card here in the studio, in case something unexpected comes up. That's how we try and keep it safe and happy around here, because we're here to have a good time, not to step on each other's toes and be mean. So you shouldn't be either. Let's go around the table. Which way, left?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, my name is Kimmy. I am playing Cassandra Nyx. I am the Devotee. I have some strange beliefs that I try and put on other people. Totally fine, totally normal. And had a very bad time last session. Ended very, 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 very low, sobbing, very upset. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where we jump in this part. It'll be exciting.
Hey everyone, my name is Yuri, that is Y-U-R-I. I am playing Emily, the artist, and in my humble opinion, the only normal person on this trip.
Rude.
Ronnie's pretty normal.
Accurate.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I'm back playing a very normal drone pilot named Kilo who uses he, they, and it pronouns.
Hello, I am Cody. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Ronnie Rhodes, a doctor who is the voice of reason and doesn't like that. Who uses also they, them pronouns. So there you go.
Debatable.
Debatable reason.
There's more reason now that you're here, and I'm forever grateful for it.
All right. So, last episode. Let me get to the right page because I put the wrong one on top.
Yes.
You guys started.
Wait. Don't we have to do our level up thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do the recap and then do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just didn't want us to forget. Okay.
Nope.
Good job, Kimmy.
Yeah, I remembered once.
Yes.
Ever.
Last episode we started just north just south of San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
My bad. Yes. It was evening. There was a roadblock in effect, and they were checking people going north on the highway. So you guys pulled off and stayed at the lovely Madonna Inn for the evening. Had a good amount of food and a pretty decent sleep. In the morning, it was not an easy task for Kilo to rejoin the group because presumably Sentre shut down Neuroscape access to the area. After that part,
Seems fine.
everything seemed okay.
Seems totally normal and good.
You guys headed farther north, out of town, where... I don't remember if I did this in which order. Where the camera drone landed on top of your...
The
Van.
camera drone landed.
Before you stopped?
Near
Pismo.
Pismo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
My bad. just swap these two sentences.
They happened.
So you also had a drone come and land and deposit a little turret camera on top of the van
Which I
that Ronnie
kicked.
discarded off to the side of the
I
road.
punted into the wilderness.
And then the session ended with pulling into a Tascadero, which seemed like a very well-kept city, with a lot of posters to meet Roy, who presumably was in charge, or the mayor of said city, maybe. Things seemed totally fine and normal, but there weren't any people until suddenly there were a great number of people all wearing their Neuroscape headsets. And not wanting you guys to leave without meeting Roy.
Return theme.
So you managed to get out of there.
Well, and the difference between that and when we were in Solvang was in Solvang, the people like were willingly
You're
wanting
being
us to
nice.
stay. We got the impression that these people were like Neuroscape zombies.
Yeah, it was
basically.
zombie versus cult
Yeah.
dynamic situation, which is
It's fine. It's normal.
We may never know exactly how Roy managed to do that to a
Nope.
whole town.
Nope.
no, we're not gonna find out.
Not
we're not
yet.
going
He,
back.
he did say it was very nice when you meet him that you could stay and have a beautiful city.
Mhm. But you managed to get out of there without any lasting damage to the physical part of the group. We'll see how Cassie responds to the emotional damage of dealing with a bunch of people that cannot or will not take off
I
their
did run people over.
neurocasters. There were several people that were thumped against the van on the way out of town, so
Mhm.
It's okay. Keela doesn't have feelings.
Sure.
Well, we'd
yeah.
also kind of determined it in the store that they weren't really alive outside of the Neuroscape anymore. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they were not reactive to the real world.
yes.
Like you disconnected them from the headset and they slumped to the ground.
I did also violently disconnect them from the Neuroscape.
That's true. That's true.
They were trying to grab
Kilo
you.
commits crimes is what I'm getting from this. Lots of
That's
crimes.
yeah. There's a lot of crimes being committed here.
So, with that in mind, let us ask the big question. In the last session, do you think that your character either followed your dream or your flaw?
Let's see.
If your answer to either one is yes, you get to
Oh, yeah.
choose an attribute. Then you roll a die. If you roll higher than your current attribute, your attribute goes up. If you roll lower, you don't go up, but you get to pick a new talent from the talent list. And if somebody needs a copy of the talent list, I can find some.
I also have it, so if you need it.
I have it as well. Go.
Yeah. I definitely followed my flaw.
Me too.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh my
We're
God.
horrible people.
Like,
Oh my god.
It's fine.
God.
This game is about a semi-post-apocalyptic California. There are no good people here.
Yeah, I definitely followed my flaw. I'm gonna roll empathy,
I'm gonna roll strength actually.
and I rolled better than it. Again, I've never rolled under my
There you go.
thing. So
Dang. I rolled equal to my thing, which I think means I don't level up. I get a talent.
yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Fourth talent. Let's go.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
So your stats haven't changed?
Nope.
I'm we're the opposite, but I also started with really low stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled very poorly for stats.
I started with 2 5s, a 4, and a 3.
That's not super bad.
Yeah, so like it's like strength is the one that I would have the easiest time leveling up, theoretically.
Right, because that didn't happen. Yeah.
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 It still
in
hasn't.
theory. In theory. In practice, fuck you, die.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
let's see.
strength is also my lowest.
What do I
I'll have to
do?
give you
Nope.
guys reasons to work on your strength then.
Mhm.
I just keep rolling wits and empathy because that's pretty much what Keela relies on. So
Sure.
All right, what
I just rolled the stat that
Medic,
seems
martial
relevant,
arts,
and it was empathy, or the lack thereof.
All right. I'm taking a talent, and I'm taking a talent that I don't think I will. I mean, I might use it at some point.
Now, if there's nothing on the list that really strikes you, we can come up with something.
Well,
As
the
long
thing,
as it's in the sort of spirit of these.
there's one that's perfect for this last episode.
Mm.
It's for me specifically. I don't know if I'll ever use it, and that's neuro-resistant.
Mm.
Okay.
I feel like that just is exactly what she would pull from what happened last session.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure my character would ever have put on a headset anyway, so I might not actually use it, but I feel like that's...
Right.
I see you.
It's something
You know what I mean?
have.
Yeah,
Okay.
narratively satisfying choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very narratively satisfying, but yeah, I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Can I
And
take a
if
look
I
at that? Yeah. Because I have it on the screen, but this is
Yeah.
bigger.
Here, I have another copy. So.
Okay.
You guys can both hang on to one. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's
It
because
makes
she was
sense.
just so terrified by those people. It was like her absolute worst nightmare with her backstory is all these people just completely plugged in, and it just messed too much with her construction of reality, like her constructed idea of reality that she has to protect herself, but also just the ideas she has with it. That's the ultimate thing that would be the worst, is just an entire town of people all plugged in constantly all the time. Like
Yeah.
literally the worst thing she could think of.
I think I'm gonna also take a narratively satisfying
Okay.
talent. So now I get +2 dice when I roll for empathy to rally someone who is incapacitated
Oh,
or
nice.
has suffered a breakdown.
Nice.
Nice.
Which one is
Yeah.
that?
It's called leader, which like the name isn't
Sure, yeah.
you know, but what it does I
Yeah.
think is
Mhm.
what
Makes
is
all the sense.
narratively satisfying.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. You can have it.
I am taking the talent evasive because I think it's semi-related to not getting kidnapped by people. You get +2 to agility rolls for dodging ranged attacks. I also think Ronnie would have this having been an army medic, so I think it makes
Sure.
sense.
That makes all the sense too.
My empathy's at a 4 now.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Doesn't mean he's gonna be more empathic, but
Means you're
Yeah.
better at manipulating
You have
people.
the capability to be.
Yeah.
And that mechanical heart grew 2 sizes that day.
Did it?
I
Or did the
love
voice
it.
box just?
All right. So, you all are out of range of a Tascadero.
Thankfully.
You are on the road heading north. You don't see any other traffic going through a Tascadero.
you don't
Yeah, I
say.
wonder why.
But you know that next up, heading up the road, is you're going to be entering the general area of Paso Robles,
Mhm.
known for its winemaking. Pretty decent mid-range weather.
Yeah.
That's quite hot in the summer, but it's good for the grapes.
Excellent farmland.
Yep.
But you're still
Keelan's
driving.
driving. I think
Very good.
after we got out of town, they just kept driving like everything was normal after all of that.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Did anybody stop?
Unless someone told it to, no.
Where's everybody else in the van? Let me get this picture in my head first.
I think Emily is still in the back with Cassie and Buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I am sitting with my back to the back of Kilo's seat. Just on like, I don't know if there's space in the ground. It's like a camper van, so like
Yeah.
there's space in the
There's
ground. So
some space,
I'm not sitting in a chair. I'm not buckled in. I'm
Floor time.
just, yeah, it's floor time. It's floor time. I need
Gotcha.
it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And where's Cassie on the scale of like functional humans?
How
to
long has it been?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, no, absolutely still a total mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like she's probably not like sobbing, like screaming, sobbing anymore, but she's still loudly like sobbing and crying in the back. She's probably starting to wear herself out at this point.
Oh.
I got it. All right. Smooth sailing up the road. Doesn't seem to be too crowded or bad or anything. There's not a lot of traffic coming south. You've seen since you left Atascadero, you've probably seen maybe one or two other vehicles.
I think in seeing the first one, Kilo starts to realize, oh, I should probably figure out if the van is okay, and just doesn't stop and pull over. Just starts to listen to hear if there's any panels rattling, anything that might have been damaged in running through the barricade of people.
Right.
You don't hear anything particularly egregious. There's no knowing what the outside of the van looks like.
No,
but,
that doesn't matter.
But mechanically, the van is running fine.
Okay.
And you don't hear like clatter
Yeah,
of trim that's loose or anything. You don't hear anything major like that. And you also don't hear like the hands gripping and nothing dragging underneath the vehicle or anything like that.
Okay, good.
That's awful.
Then, yeah, I think they just go to their, like, I enjoy being a robot, this is much easier kind of mindset, and they just keep driving.
Sure. You get another 20, 30 minutes up the road. It's not too far, really. And you get to... First, you see the sign that's like, entering Paso Robles, like the little green on the side of the road sign. But then, there's a big, fancy-looking archway that is so decorated with, like, fake grapevines. And there's a sign on it that's like a digital readout sort of a sign, right? Like a super fancied up version of one of our Amber Alert signs for those that have been to Southern California with the light up what's going on informational signs. But it says, welcome to Paso Robles. This is a Neurocaster augmented community.
I'm assuming we'd know what that means? Or is that a term that it's like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time going through real nice neighborhoods on your trip?
I come from a nice neighborhood,
Okay.
but hitchhiking, no.
Sure. It might have been something that you're familiar with then.
Which,
Because a lot of more affluent communities shifted to having almost requirements to wear a headset around town. In a way that becomes like a augmented reality, less than full neuroscape immersion, right? Technically, it is full neuroscape immersion at this point, but people think they're walking around and seeing the real world, and it just has fancy overlays and things.
Okay. Yeah, it'd definitely be something like, oh, like the town over where my friend lives, they have to do that. And so I don't like going over, so they come over to my place, like that type of stuff.
Sure.
Before I left, but probably not where I'm from. That wouldn't have been a thing.
Kilo does read the sign out loud. Kind of tour guide-y.
As soon as you read the sign, but as soon as you cross under the sign, you get a like heads up display that just pops in front of your vision.
The van definitely like notably slows down. Just like, I don't want to hit anybody else today.
God.
But it starts giving information like these restaurants are on this exit that's coming up next, and you can find the following wineries down this road, and like it's that kind of an overlay, right?
They weren't joking about the augmented community.
It actually probably starts playing like
Music?
just chill music,
Like
too.
Muzak.
Yeah.
Atmospheric
Some elevator jams.
LA wine country music. One single violin backed by gentle piano.
There you go.
And like
Too
slowed
specific.
down pop music.
Yeah.
Played on those two instruments.
Covers of This is distracting.
I think when we pass that, if Kilo reads it out loud because I was still in the back of the van with Cassie. I think I'd tell Buddy to stay, right, so he doesn't follow me, and then I'd sort of clamber my way like to the front and just like over that middle console, you know.
Hello, Miss Vega.
Hey, so we probably shouldn't stop here.
Thinking that.
Why?
So people in towns like these, they have to wear a headset outside. And after what happened, I don't think this will be good for Cassie.
Right.
You'll be fine, right? But the rest of us won't be able to go outside of the van or do anything in town without wearing one. I don't even think she'd wear one to begin with.
But you both could if she needed to sleep for a while. We should stop and check the van.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we low on gas or anything?
You have not refilled the tank.
No. Yeah.
So you are probably getting pretty
Yeah.
low.
Okay, we can leave Cassie in the van with Buddy then.
Okay.
Do what we need to do, and we won't be able to stay and do anything else, unfortunately.
Are you adverse to wearing your Neurocaster?
Oh, I don't mind. I do it to upload like my photos and my drawings and stuff, so I could take advantage and do that while we're here. Yeah, it's just Cassie's still sobbing, so
Right.
Yeah.
probably just doesn't feel like the best of ideas right now, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Up and around you, like merges out from behind you because you don't have a good view out the back.
No.
And pulls up next to you is a beautiful Rolls Royce.
Nice.
It's like the 1960
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Silver Ghost, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And it is driven by a drone that is made up to basically it's like the drone version of Mr. Monopoly, right?
Mhm.
Like he's got a fake monocle on,
Good.
and
Right.
he's driving.
Excellent.
All for the
But
aesthetic.
it's a full big round head,
Yeah.
like sort of consumer drone that has been dressed up
Yeah.
and is wearing a little livery
Of
costume.
course. Yeah.
And in the back, you see that there's a pair of people that are talking and drinking something out of wine glasses.
Kilo just sees that and quietly says, "Dodge that bullet."
It's such a shame too. I did want to see if we could get some wine.
We could
Um,
probably also get wine.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you stop for, I don't know, gas, check the van. I'll go get some wine and maybe some more snacks.
I think the term is sundries. Wine is also included in that.
Okay. I will get some sundries.
Do you want me to go with you, or should someone stay with Cassie?
I think that's up to you. I'm gonna leave Buddy here. You could ask her.
Yeah. I look over. Is Cassie still?
Just she's still under
quiet.
the blanket. She's probably quieted down now. She's probably still kind of crying, but it's not like
Yeah.
audible sobs. It's probably like the little like shaky blanket. Like
Oh.
and then Buddy's still there. Yeah, she
Okay.
melted.
Yeah. There, let's ask her and she'll clamber to the back again.
I will also probably be with the van.
Good point. Good point.
Hey, Cassie?
Yeah.
We're gonna stop really quick so that Kilo can check out the van and we can put gas. Okay.
Are they all gone? Are they gone?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave you here with Buddy for a little longer.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
Yeah. Food. No.
Some snacks?
Yeah. Snacks would be good.
Okay. I don't know what you like. Do you want sweet snacks? Salty snacks?
Just all of it.
All of it.
All the snacks.
I will charcuterie board some snacks.
Okay. If they have a
Okay.
little ice cream, I would like an ice cream.
Ice cream. I can get ice cream. I can do that. I pet Buddy, and I tell him to stay again because he doesn't follow me off the van whenever we stop, and then I clamber back over to the front. Okay. Wait, I didn't ask her. Okay, give me a second. And I clamber back to the van.
You just shout.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't want to yell at her right
That's
now.
fair. That's fair.
Hey,
That's fair.
Cassie.
Yes.
Are you gonna be okay on your own for a little bit, or do you want somebody to stay in the car with you?
We can't all hear this.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Buddy stay?
Oh, Buddy's gonna be here with you. I met
Okay.
one of the people.
I will
Oh.
also be staying.
Oh, yeah. Buddy and Kilo are here. It'll be okay.
Okay. I don't know if Kilo will be much help, but Buddy's here. And then she clambers back over
fully
to the
snorted
front. Okay, she'll be fine.
Hmm.
You and me can go buy
Yeah.
stuff,
Okay.
and while they check the van. And okay, that's a plan. Do you see anywhere to stop? The gas
Do I see anywhere to
station.
stop?
What kind of place are you looking for exactly?
I think Kilo is looking for a gas station that looks like it is either one of those like really well stocked off of a main highway like rest stops, or a gas station next to some kind of local store.
Sure. Do you... Here's a question. You're an expert at using the Neurocaster.
Yeah.
Do you think about the kind of place you're looking for?
Yes.
It highlights a route.
Perfect. We have a
Spooky.
destination.
All right.
And it's off an exit and make a right, go a half a mile.
Yeah. Kilo just starts following it.
And you get off the highway, make the right, you drive up, and it's just grapevines around you, right? And you pull up, and there's a big, like, winery sign that has, like, a big, sort of cartoonish looking star on it, like a shooting star. And you see that they have built what looks like it's the winery version of a Costco gas station. Like it's attached
Yeah.
to the winery
Yeah, perfect.
for people that are coming up here so they don't have to stop anywhere else.
This probably actually exists, so that's fine.
And you pull in. The gas station is not empty. You see a couple of nicer cars in here. The van that you're in is probably the oldest vehicle here. But you know, it's a selection of cars.
Sure.
And just a little ways up, you see that there's a big sign for a tasting room. It looks like it's built in a barn.
This place has wine and gas.
The two necessities for life.
Hey, Ronnie. How long do you think the tastings take?
Probably. Ugh, I mean, I can't imagine we wouldn't be able to dip out if we need to.
Okay, maybe I'll ask.
All right.
All right.
let's- Okay. I pick up my headset. I open the door, pick up my headset, and put it on,
Sure.
and get out of the van.
There's the usual couple of seconds of connecting.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
But then you are greeted with just a totally realistic view of just outside your van. Everything looks the same, except now the tasting room has like an arrow that points to it. And
Yeah.
you can't really see much else from here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see probably in like the windows of the gas station, instead of having the tacky like super lotto light up signs, you couldn't see them before in real life, but now you can.
Yeah.
That kind of minor changes. But really that's about it. Things smell the same, they look the same.
Do I gain a point of bliss for putting on the headset?
No. Not yet, not immediately.
Yay! Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, I do the same. I get off the car before I put my headset on. Cause yeah, I don't know. I don't want like Kathy to see us. Putting
Yeah,
it
that's why I
on.
got out of the car first.
So yeah, I get out of the car
You're
first
also
and then put it on.
Sure.
You're sobbing.
I am a mess.
Yeah, like
Don't worry, you've been left with the most empathic person in our
It'll
group.
be great.
Who just
Oh,
gained
no.
an extra point in their empathy stat.
good
So
good lord.
put it in practice.
Same
No.
same vision greets you. And in fact, you can actually see, as you were putting on your headset where you got out of the van, there is somebody else that is gassing up their BMW,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And they're wearing the headset, and then when you put it on, they're not wearing a headset.
Weird.
So it's their face and
Yeah.
there's just a person there filling up their gas tank.
Man, I don't
That's
know
the
if
other
I
major
think
change you noticed.
that's more creepy or less creepy.
Than what we just experienced, less creepy.
Oh, no, I don't think anything's gonna be as creepy as that. I mean, just in general, like seeing
Yeah.
them, knowing they have it, but not being able to see it.
I don't like
You
it
know.
either.
I have a question, Dave.
Mhm.
What do they see when they look at Kilo? Do they see the drone, or do they see Kilo's avatar?
I feel like that's a question for you first,
Okay.
because it is absolutely customizable.
Okay. If the intention of Pasarobles's AR overlay is for everything to look normal, it's probably the drone.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to present as an avatar that looks human, you could totally do that.
Sure. I think Kilo is also thinking in drone brain, so if it were like an unconscious choice, Kilo would still look like the drone with the paint and all of that stuff.
Sure. How good a survey of the art on you have you done?
Not a very good one at all, because it
Okay.
involves looking down. So actually, probably it's just a white, pristine driving drone.
Yeah. So all of the additions to Kilo from the trip
Are gone.
are just back to being a
Aw.
completely white.
Because you can't see them
Yeah.
yourself.
Nope.
That makes sense.
You know what? There's kind of probably like a blurry, like nice stripe with a bird on
Okay.
one spot because they've seen pictures of themselves at this point.
Oh,
Mhm.
I
Sure.
did draw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's been a few pictures taken as well, so that they have actually seen. So it's between like Emily's rendering, and so there's like an artistic, nice-looking bird on one of the arm plates.
I like
Perfect.
that. Okay, so you're gonna stay here and check out the van, I guess. Let us know if it needs anything, and
Yeah.
we'll buy it while we're out.
I will yell,
Right.
Cool.
You can't. Oh wait, we have
yes.
them on, so you don't need to yell.
Yeah, we can just.
What if I wanted to?
I
That's
suppose
fair.
you can. I can't stop you from yelling, but you could just tell. Okay, I'm gonna.
Goodbye.
Yep, I'm gonna go now.
Come on. I think I take us into the winery because I'm gonna let you gas the van
Yeah,
and everything.
you-
So
Figure that out.
we go to the winery to possibly get drunk.
I immediately asked the person in the front, "How long does the tastings take?"
And the first question that they ask you is, would you prefer a virtual tasting or a real tasting?
Is there a cost difference of any kind, or
Absolutely.
yes?
One
What is
involves-
this?
Well,
The actual alcohol, and then the other one, you just like.
It's just a virtual
Neurocast.
experience, but it's. I mean,
Yeah, but then
These are
you
vivid.
won't, actually get drunk. Oh, I guess that might be better. Neither of us are driving.
we have limited funds.
Well, how much are they
so for a real tasting, it's 200.
per person?
Yes. And for a virtual tasting, it's 10.
Damn it. Okay, fine. But we'll do the virtual tasting so I can pick out a bottle and then we buy a bottle to go.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah? So I still get some real wine. I think that's... Wait, how long does it take, though?
Really, as long as you'd like.
Oh, we can be quick about it. Well, they won't even notice. They won't even know we went. We came.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be... Okay.
So
Yeah.
you pay for 2 tastings?
Yeah, I'll pay for 2 virtual tastings.
Oh,
How are you
I can pay for myself if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just pay for my own virtual
I just used to
tasting.
Ronnie being the only person with money, so.
Yeah, I mean, Cassie has some money.
Cassie is not spending any of that money right now.
That's the 100 that Cassie
I have a
took
pocket with nothing
It's
in
all
it.
like it's literally my money.
away. Yes.
Not
it's just
anymore.
in a different pocket. All right. So absolutely, and as soon as you have paid, you get like a menu that pops up in front of
Oh.
you that goes through a list of like 30 different wines.
Wow.
Okay.
You more of a white or a red person?
I take both if they're anywhere from like mildly sweet to sweet. Not a
Okay.
big fan of like the really dry stuff.
Yeah.
So that lets me eliminate all of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Those
get a
are
nice
done.
rosé or something.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, and she'll probably curate herself like a couple of them, because we
Well,
definitely don't have
As
the
soon
time
as you
to
select
go
one
through
from the
all of
list,
them.
it generates a glass in front of you, like a Tinkerbell magic
That is so cute.
animation that it appears in front of you, and you can reach out and pick it up and smell the wine, and you see it in the glass, and you can see the tears of the alcohol drip down on the inside when you swirl it. And it's
See the whole
as
shebang.
accurate a rendering as you could possibly imagine for a glass of wine.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll probably grab a couple, like do one, then the other, make some suggestions depending on like
I'm also gonna ask about like snacks and
Certainly.
things.
As soon as you start to think about snacks, you get a list of things that are virtually available for you
Okay.
during your tasting,
All right.
including like suggested pairings.
There we go.
And then everything from, those super long breadsticks that taste like nothing just to clear your
Oh
palate.
yes, I know. them.
Down to, you can get one of their dessert ports in a dark chocolate shot glass
Ooh,
instead if you'd like.
I definitely get that.
yeah.
I'm like,
That's so good.
And then, you can get cheeses that are lined up to go with every
All the
wine.
cheeses. Every cheese
on the
they
list.
have, I take a single bite out of every cheese available on this menu.
As you, even just glancing down the menu and looking at it and thinking like, oh, I really want that, it magics itself up.
I love it. We do have to pick one.
I can focus on snacks. Like I'm
Oh.
sure they have actual food that we can buy here,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
you pick out the wine because you seem really
Okay.
set on
So-
that.
They Cassie did say a little bit of everything when it came to snacks. She really wanted ice cream though. I don't know if we might be able to find that somewhere else.
Does the gas station have the gas station has like a store situation?
like a little
Yeah,
convenience
Okay,
store?
then that probably has
The
ice cream.
gas station is going to sell
Okay.
stuff like chips and...
Okay, then I'm not gonna buy snacks here. Like,
I mean, you could get all of the things that are presented here are available for real.
yeah, and they're
What the
probably
price is,
expensive
I
as
don't know
hell.
yet. We'll see.
Okay, yeah. So Emily will pick out a wine.
Sure.
Oh,
How many virtual glasses of wine are each of you having?
I don't like that.
I
question.
I only take sips. Like it
Okay.
seems like Ronnie is. I don't know if Ronnie is like knows how to do a wine tasting, but is not indulging
Sure.
in the alcohol. So I take a sip of like 4, maybe 5 wines, and then I do have the whole shot glass of port with chocolate.
Very
That's-
good.
That I do have that whole thing because that is tasty, but
Okay.
Entirely too many.
Okay.
Is the answer.
yeah, I think I'm moderate. I'm controlling myself because I know you are getting drunk because I'm like, this is how you are coping. Understood. Got it. We need someone who is present. So
Why don't you take 1 point of bliss,
okay.
Oh no.
and you can take 3 points of bliss?
Oh
Let's
shit!
go,
What's your
Emily.
hope?
That's a good question. I should ask that first. What's your
6.
hope? 6?
Oh,
Damn,
okay, you're
girl.
fine. You're good.
She has her
very
outlook on the
good.
world, you know?
Yeah.
The real world. She's all up. That's her
3
whole
is totally a
thing.
lot, but this is excellent. Like, this is...
Yeah, I'm at 2 out of 5 hope. So if I get another point of bliss, I'm stuck in the neuroscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
The thing is, like, I guess she didn't realize. She assumed that, like, it wasn't gonna affect her because it's in the neuroscape.
And to be fair, you don't feel drunk.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you've gotten progressively more drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So it's
but
sneaky.
it just tastes good, and it just brings the... Like, everything smells great in
Yeah.
here. It's got that smell of, like, oak barrels.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think for her, it's the thing that she has been on the road for so long and hasn't had the time to sit down and have nice things since she left home. Because she's from a pretty, like, you know, like a good family,
Sure.
good home and stuff. And so it's been a while, and she definitely gets carried away. But yeah, I'll pick out probably, like a rosé so that it's not somewhere in the middle. It's not overly sweet.
Mhm.
And how much is that gonna run me?
A rosé is not going to be too expensive. It's probably $35.
Oh, okay, I can do that. God, math.
You can do it.
Okay, well,
It
I'm
can
gonna
be
do
40
some
if it's
math
easier.
while you do. No, thank
Do
you.
you need-
While you go get snacks.
How helpful.
Do you need me to do the math for? I'm sure there's a calculator thing in the you could pull up.
As soon
I
as you
can-
said that,
I'm good at that. You need
it
help.
pops up, including
like-
like a little like tip.
Yeah, I do
line.
like a is there a way for me to like push the calculator over to
Absolutely.
yeah, so I do that and I'm like, okay,
Oh, right.
you can just
That's
do
a thing.
yeah,
Just
no,
like
it's-
boop, 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 boop in her mind. And then it brings out the result, which I did now do the math for. I brought out the calculator on my iPad and I was like, that's a thing. I can do that.
Yeah, you can just have
Yeah.
a calculator.
There you go.
All right. Once
You
you,
go get snacks.
yeah. I don't want to leave you alone. Is the thing.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
I'm gonna be waiting for you. I'm not like trying to rush you or anything, but
Yeah, so she grabs the real bottle, thanks them.
You're
Because-
like the bottle comes out and it's in a little
like a wooden case.
little
that you-
basket,
Oh,
Cute.
right, with like a
That's
little
how-
plaid liner, like a
Oh my
picnic.
gosh.
Jesus.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
We in
A basket.
fruity rich territory now. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the gas station. I'm gonna get. Let's get
Okay.
snacks, and then we'll get back into the van.
That
You
sounds
guys are
good.
just starting to leave the winery.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the gas station.
Yeah.
Your view of the van is it's not particularly horror filled, right?
Cool. Great.
Like, luckily, it doesn't appear to be covered in gore or like you just survived the zombie apocalypse that you were part of.
Yeah.
But
There's no people parts on
right,
the
yeah, yeah.
There's
there's
also
not-
like a digital version of Keela going, no, stop it. But it's like entirely internal, not external, as they go through and try and stop the like pop-ups from kind of obscuring their vision here and there of like, visit this direction. And they're like, no, I'm trying to focus on the van.
And eventually, the like directionality stuff stops,
Mhm.
but then it starts advertising van parts,
Oh God.
right? So like it highlights the windshield wipers and goes, those are looking like they might you need a little update and
Don't.
oh,
need
have you checked
parts.
your windshield wiper fluid levels? We have some available for only $1.99 a gallon. Like that,
Yeah.
right?
Outside of the van, Cassie, you would definitely hear, I don't need van parts.
There's like a little shot of like Cassie kind of looking at Buddy and Buddy looking at Cassie.
Yeah.
There are
That's too cute.
like as you kind of finish going over the front of the van, there is like a hunk of plastic that's stuck in the grill that looks like the side of one of those Johnny Jolt headsets.
Mhm.
So it's got like Johnny Jolt's arm on it,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of wedged in there.
Keela just takes it, puts it in their fanny pack.
I forgot you have one of those now.
This is a trophy.
Yeah.
Great. Also, when you said there is a chunk of, my brain just went to the worst case.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
there's a
Just
chunk
a
of a
piece of plastic.
person.
Just a piece of plastic.
It's honestly not that much better though, because that's bad.
Yeah, that means that person's not doing great.
And then there are a couple of like dings that weren't there before, but nothing overly major. Because you did a pretty good job driving out of there.
Yeah.
You didn't like full on hit millions of people or anything. You know, it's
Just a couple.
just more glancing blows than anything else.
Kilo does like kind of pass a hand over just to kind of like make sure that there's no like holes punctured or any of that stuff. And as they do, they kind of like leave their hand there for a minute. If they were the robot that they like to pretend to be, like maybe they had stalled out for a second. But they're just thinking very deeply about the van and how it got them through that situation before kind of straightening up and going to move the van to go and refuel.
Sure. And you can get that
Yeah.
happening. That's fine. You start putting gas in.
Yeah. And then I think he returns, Cassie, the van is fine.
Okay. Thank you for checking on it.
Do you need, can I anything for you?
She kind of like looks a little softer, like, oh, she realizes how hard Kilo's trying. I love it. I just need to calm down. That was just really, really, really upsetting. All those people. Oh, it was awful.
Trapped in reality.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like they had any choice or will at all. It was,
They didn't.
yeah, a whole town of people. And they just never, they can never take, and she like kind of like stops herself, and they can just never take off these things. It's awful.
Have you ever been trapped in reality?
No, but some of my family was. And they didn't come back.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Just to sit and watch them. And then eventually I left. But, if we can wake everyone up, then maybe they will eventually wake up too.
Yes. Where do you think... No. That's not helpful. There's a lot of people outside in Neurocasters. You should know, and you should stay inside. They are safe and fine, but you should not go out and see them.
Yeah, I don't want to see that right now. I know they're different, like they're in control, but I don't want to look at that right now. Thank you for warning me.
Also, we're at a gas station, and it's very boring outside.
Buddy's very, very floofy and soft. He's nice.
Buddy actually sits up and kind of does the like, I'm a dog and I heard something look outside.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And then after a couple of seconds, you hear like big truck noise.
like semi-truck noise?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a big.
Not like big truck, like gonna kill us noise. Just
No,
like,
not like Bigfoot and Monster Truck Rally, but
Okay.
like
An 18-wheeler.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a
Okay.
large big that you have not heard at all since you
okay.
Left.
stopped here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Okay.
You hear that, and it's getting closer.
Okay. Are there trucks here? Is this a truck stop too?
Let me look. Kilo's gonna just pop their head out.
You don't see any trucks. You don't hear any trucks.
I don't. My sensors don't pick up a truck.
Nope. Nope. There's definitely. I'm gonna peek out the window too now.
And like pulling not into the gas station but onto this road is a big semi truck.
Like normal semi truck or like scary all black with giant
It is all black.
telescopic. Oh, good.
Thanks, I hate it.
Cool. Cool.
We're in
Okay.
danger.
Yeah. Kilo.
Yes.
There's a really big all black semi truck outside. Like pristine paint job.
Kilo
Yeah.
looks again. I'm assuming
Mm-mm.
They must be hiding from
everyone,
everyone with their headsets on,
which is everyone.
except Buddy and I.
We need to find the others.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And if I can't see it, I can't drive around it.
Okay. Can you message them? Can you get
Yes.
them? Okay, I can drive. Okay. I'm gonna go, crawl up and do the switch seat thing with you.
Sure. The truck has stopped
Mm-hmm.
and the back doors have opened
Okay.
and you see like drones starting to get out of the back.
Okay. I just lay on the horn at this point. We're not playing it cool anymore.
Cool.
So I just lay on my horn. I don't know if they'll be able to hear it.
We're getting snacks.
Kilo does send a message pretty urgently to these two.
You will get a message from
Mhm.
Kilo
What does it say?
that says,
Semi-truck that we can't see, Cassie can. Return to van urgent.
Huh. Are we outside? Are we walking towards the gas station now?
yeah, you're coming down the hill from the, it's not far. It's,
I fully take my headset off.
okay. The whole log out procedure takes a couple seconds.
Okay.
And you manage to take off the headset.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a big old truck. And now there's probably 5 drones that have gotten out of the back of the truck.
What the hell? Does it look like they're looking for people, looking for us?
They start spreading out. Like they're kind of moving out into the area.
I grab your hand in real life and I start pulling you towards the van, which is honking. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it for sure.
Oh yeah, do I hear the van
hear the honk.
honking?
Yeah.
Because I still have my headset
All
on.
right, we gotta go. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you? I'm confused.
Take your headset off?
Oh, that's gonna take a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
I know.
So you're just leading me blind as I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm.
log out.
Yeah.
Trying my best not to drop the bottle of wine.
It's in a basket.
It is in a
You're doing it
basket.
one-handed. It's fine.
See, to your relief, when you take off the headset, the basket's still there. It looks just like it
I mean,
did
I
virtually.
paid money for it. I hope.
Sure,
so.
no, but it's not like it's in a crappy paper version
Right,
of the
right,
basket.
like
It's
that
a real
was.
nice little basket.
Okay, so that
Uh,
was real.
Yes.
So I looked down and I was just like, yes.
And you can see that 2 of the drones have turned and have started walking towards the honking van.
Yeah, okay. I look and I'm like, Keela, Cassie, stop.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm taking us up to get in the van.
Kilo is now back in that weird bathroom spot.
Great. T-posing. Yeah.
Just standing there.
why don't you guys make agility rolls to see if you can get to the van before
Cool.
the drones?
Got it.
Cassie's just doing like the frantic, like waving quietly. Like, I don't know why she's doing it quietly, but she thinks it's better that way.
Hey Dave, does this count as a ranged attack?
No.
I'm guessing
It depends on what you're planning to do here.
No,
exactly.
no, as in like evasive, like evasive
maneuvers.
I'm in it.
Not
Don't
yet,
run in
anyway.
a straight line.
I know. I'm so it's not yet.
It's crocodile season.
Oh god, I got a 6. Thank God. Okay.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay.
I got 2 1s
Oh,
and no 6s.
You could
Well, the
push.
ones don't count unless you push, so don't push.
or do if you want to get to the van.
That's true.
Well, I don't understand why that, like, what the
Oh, yeah.
problem
That's
is.
fair.
Yeah, because you don't know about, yeah.
I mean,
And so I know,
Well, you would have gotten the message from Kilo too, right?
yeah, there is a truck and there's drones coming out of it,
But she hasn't seen all the stuff
but
we've
it's
seen.
like, okay, like that, you know, like, they're just scattering.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
she doesn't feel the urgency the same way you
Fair,
do.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
that is weird, and weird things have happened, and we should get out of here. But
Mhm.
why are you running so fast?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to drop my bottle of wine.
Yes, you're very focused on the wine.
all right. So you get to the van and
Mhm.
yank open the door and get
Hello.
in. You're
then-
probably 10
Ah.
paces away.
Okay.
And the first drone gets up to the side of the van.
Oh, okay, so I can see it because I'm outside.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Like it gets to the back bumper. Like you're heading towards the passenger side with the slidey door,
Yeah.
right? And it gets to the back bumper and it's right there. And as it sees you approaching the van, it goes, please hold. And it does a gesture like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what?
They don't know you're with us.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because my face isn't on
Yeah.
the wanted poster.
The non-felon in the group.
Yep. I don't have a face. It's fine.
I think, yeah, like she pauses and looks at it and will speak to it. Hi, is there something wrong?
We need to investigate this vehicle.
I poke my head
Oh.
out.
Okay.
You poke your head
let
out?
me know.
Oh shit! I already said it. Do it. God damn it.
And the drone like swivels its head to look right at you and goes, like, does like a study
Yeah.
and then goes, please remain still,
Shit. But I,
and has now kind of spread its hands out like this.
Okay.
Does this look like the kind of drone that's gonna like deploy weapons from its hands if I do
might.
anything?
it looks like it's gonna call somebody.
You know
out.
that there are drones that can do that. This doesn't look like a model drone that you're familiar with.
Mm.
Okay, see, because I was gonna say like, oh, let me go tell the driver not to drive away. Then I was gonna get in the van and be like, go, go, go. But you
Uh-huh.
stuck
The
your head
wise
out.
Sorry.
So, when they do that, and I see that the drone has noticed them, it's like with the coin sort of like the light bulb of like, these are wanted people. I'm gonna throw myself into the van as I'm yelling at them to gas it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
pass me for it.
Well, we're gonna do another agility roll then,
Oh,
to see if you can
gosh.
get there before
Can
the drone
I
does
help
something about
in
it.
some way? Like by grabbing, like reaching out and grabbing.
Grab, pull them in, yeah.
Yeah.
Guiding her.
Would
Grab
that
the
be,
wine.
would, that,
Oh my god.
would that be like I give a die to or something? I forget how helping works.
Yes.
How does helping work?
It should be. In that
Okay.
case, yeah.
Okay,
You're rolling
so
extra
you
dice.
get an extra die
So
for me
terrified.
reaching for you.
Oh, 2 6s, no 1s.
Yes.
So,
Panic.
you success.
Fully set.
You just immediately sprint for the van. With your second success, you can pick an extra effect in this case. So, do you want to show off? Like, do it in a fancy way?
Do a flip.
Do a flip.
I mean, quickly is kind of a given in this case. I
Yeah.
don't think you need to take that. Quietly is also not useful.
Yeah.
But you could choose to find something unexpected.
Sure.
There's something in the wine.
No, but like when I when I hop in, do I notice anything else about like is it starting to pull out weapons or like yeah.
This drone, like as you start to run, this drone moves to stop you.
Okay.
Right? But what you notice is out of the back of the van, you see a drone that's very large.
We gotta go.
Step out of the back of the van. Back of the truck, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if you saw it earlier. The one that was at the roadblock.
Oh.
I saw it.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think you were in the back.
Yeah, probably not.
Cassie didn't see it. I think it was
Yeah.
just me and Keela.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asleep, I think.
So it is fully like
I'm helping.
6'8" looking
Wow.
drone. Like
Okay.
the drone
like a
version
football
of
player.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan, kind of like
Yeah.
big torso, big arms, kind of thing. Gets out of the back of the van and turns and is moving quickly towards the van.
I grab your hand and pull you in, and then shut the door
And
behind you.
for free, you don't lose your wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important.
That needs to be added to that list. You do it with wine.
With
If
what?
you
wine.
keep your wine.
Do not drop the wine.
I paid money for that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're yelling at them to floor it.
Go, 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 go.
And then, hey, there was a really big robot outside.
Shit.
Like 6 foot something, looked like a football player, and I think it might be coming after us. So whatever you do, don't stop. Just don't stop. Don't look in the rearview mirror. Just
So
go.
you've hit the gas.
Yeah, driving.
The drone that was going to stop you, like, hits the side of the van, and you hear like metal fingers scrape along the side.
Well, the van was relatively undamaged,
Um,
Well, fuck.
But like, I mean, it's not like it's jammed his fingers in and is like,
No.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
it's
Wolverine style,
Okay.
Yeah,
right? It's more like they're just
somebody
metal
keyed
fingers
your
and they've
car.
hit the side of the van and
It's not like
As you're pulling-
magnetizing to the
No,
surface or
no, no.
anything like that. Cool, cool, cool.
yeah. And the tires spin a little bit, kick up some because it's on like that hard packed
Yeah.
dirt that they use
Yeah.
with landscaping in places.
Mhm.
So it kicks up a little of that, and you start to rock it out of the place. And you can immediately see that all of the drones that have gotten out of this van start having like red and blue flashing lights
Oh,
from
no.
behind the face shield, and like they are all turned and moving your direction.
Fun.
Great.
Please.
Emily's panicking. She's never been a fugitive before. She comes from a well-off military family. Okay.
So let's see how well you handle an evasive maneuver
Cool.
to get away.
Oh, great.
In a
Let's go.
1990s
Yeah.
camper van.
So
Cool.
High center of
let's
gravity.
see. So you're gonna get 2 dice for the van.
Okay. All right, so then I have agility and then +2 for my driver.
Oh yeah, for driver,
Yeah,
and then 2 more
And then
for the
2
van.
more for the van itself.
Yes,
Okay.
and the 2 for the van should be the different ones.
Yes.
The gear.
Right, got my Wonder Woman die.
Let's go. Golden lasso die.
Oh, 1-6
Nice.
Okay.
on the Wonder Woman die.
Yeah.
And a 1.
On
The Wonder Woman die also. They were
Okay.
the best and the worst.
Sure.
Very
well balanced.
dramatic dice.
So you start peeling out of this gas station,
Mhm.
and you kind of have to swerve around where this big truck stopped. But you manage it, and you're going. But one of the drones, like, leaps after you. Not the monster one. One of the average-sized drones leaps after the van, and you hear, like, thump, thump, thump noises in the back. Like, anybody that's in the back, you hear
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
noises of impact.
Yeah. Is it like on the back of the van?
Looking out the window, you can see that it's got one arm on the ladder.
Oh.
I have a question. Can Kilo see that one? I think it's very funny if they can.
I don't
but
think you can if you're looking
Oh,
out the back
no.
window. No, you
I
cannot.
think Kilo kind of looks out the window right before Ronnie gets there and goes, "What is making that noise?"
I
Yeah.
That's insane.
If you wanted to do something about it and try and make it visible to you, we can do a
Like
roll and
override,
see if you can
whatever.
figure it out. But
I think that they're kind of struggling to kind of figure out like how much this is masking. So, because they know that they believe Cassie and everybody, they can hear stuff going on, but
no, you can't.
well, they can
You
hear
hear
that
them.
they're talking
Yes,
about
yes.
stuff. Going
Oh
on.
my gosh, you don't hear all the other
And so
stuff.
they're actually like comedically calm in this situation,
Incredible.
and a little bit, I think, in the way, unfortunately.
Mm,
Jeez.
I never
I
thought
would
about
like to.
Yeah.
So this drone is clinging to the back of our.
Like it's got one arm on it, and it's actually like legs are dragging.
Okay.
Right, so it's like one of those action scenes where like somebody's hanging off the back of
Yeah.
the car, and
Is
when
there,
you get to pavement,
is there
yeah,
like a crowbar or anything around inside the van?
probably in
Yeah.
the tools. Where
Okay,
we said you
I
guys have
think
the
I
tools.
would like to open the back door of the van that doesn't have the ladder and just smack it off of the.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
Yup.
Ronnie, why are you opening the door?
Actually, I get better with I'm fighting unarmed, but punching a drone is gonna hurt. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
That would be semi-unwise.
Yes. Okay. So that's 3 dice.
So you're saying you're not going to punch me?
Debatable.
I'm gonna punch your drone body.
Just
Um,
wait.
Just wait. Just wait till we find you. Okay.
And then I'd give you 2 extra
For the crowbar.
for the crowbar.
Okay,
Sure.
so these are the crowbar dice. Okay. Wait. Fuck.
That doesn't sound good.
No 6s and 2 1s.
All right.
If I push, I am guaranteed to suffer a trauma. You know what? I think that's accurate to the situation. I'm gonna push.
Do it.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
push. Fuck. Yes, I got a 6 and a third one. I got a 6 and a third one.
Okay.
Do I go into negative hope?
No.
Is that
Okay.
a thing?
But you do get a trauma.
I
You
guess.
are
As a
traumatized.
We'll work on that in a minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure, for
no.
sure.
So, first things first, you pop open the door and lean out heroically and smack the drone.
It is.
Where are you trying to hit it? Like
It's
on the
hand,
arm?
like where
The
it's
hand?
gripping.
Okay.
Like,
So, like-
yeah, like trying to like loosen its grip or
Yeah.
like just if I think its arm is weak enough, fully disconnect its like so that just its hand is clinging to it or something.
Sure.
Like ideally fingers if I can get those.
I feel like it's one of those like multi-tool things because like we determined we had the little axe in the first one, so I feel like it's like an axe on one side and then the other side it's like a nail like remover thing, and then on the bottom
Crowbar.
it's like a crowbar
It's a
thing.
survival act.
Yeah,
they actually do
exactly.
make these
I know,
things.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
awesome.
I think that's why I would have it in the
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
or in the van. So
It has the little like slit in it so you could cut the seatbelt if you were trapped in
Yeah.
a lake.
There's also
Yeah.
weirdly a level built in for no reason.
yeah, and
Yeah.
a compass
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, and a compass. Yeah.
So bizarre.
And the handle is paracord.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I can see this exactly, in my
Exactly.
mind.
Yeah, it's a total thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 damage
Okay.
from the weapon,
Makes sense.
but we're gonna see if the drone ends up taking that damage
Okay.
because it's not gonna just sit there and let you axe it.
No, that's fair.
But it ends up letting you axe it.
Thank you.
So it's hanging on with the one hand, and it sees you, and then it sees you swinging this axe, and it goes to like grab your arm, but it, the van kind of moves and it misses. So you connect with its like hand and wrist area and do 2 damage to it. It crunches pretty good, and its grip is not good,
Okay.
but it's not entirely disconnected.
Okay.
At this point, because Kilo was right there, I think that they grab Ronnie by the back of their shirt or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming you're fighting something.
Yep.
There's robots everywhere. We're being chased.
Drones, bad
Oh
drones,
my
bad
God.
drones.
Does that mean I'm a fugitive now?
I'm gonna start to try and figure out how I can get past this kind of very strange neuroscape illusion.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. Do a network
Uh-huh.
and your wits.
Okay.
Believe in you.
That's a lot of dice.
More dice, more ones.
That's how it works.
Oh.
Okay, we're good. I got a 6 and a 1, but a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
That should be the shirt for this campaign. More dice, more ones.
Yeah.
More dice.
Cool. So it takes you a second, but you basically disconnect the overlay,
Uh-huh.
right? And so you are just on a direct private pipeline to the drone.
Awesome.
And as soon as you do, you see this drone hanging on, and sparks are now flying from its feet as it's trying to get purchase. But you also see, you didn't quite notice yet because you were concentrating on hitting the thing.
For sure.
You see this Arnold Schwarzenegger drone that is like fully engaged in like a run after the van.
We're being chased.
And the van's probably up to 30-ish miles an hour by now.
Okay.
Because you can't just get to the highway speed.
Yeah.
Especially on a road where you're going around things. And it's making up room,
Cool.
right?
Oh, fun.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to go to jail, you guys.
We're not.
I haven't committed a crime.
You're not gonna go to jail.
don't. Maybe if they catch up to us, I can talk my way out of it.
If it makes you
and
feel any
they
better,
just
I
take
probably
you.
also won't go to jail.
Yeah, you're already in jail. I'm kind of smacking it. Like it's still on the car.
Don't worry, Emily. If they catch up to us, we'll just say we kidnapped you. It'll be fine.
Yeah. We kidnapped you, so you're innocent and you're fine.
That's actually so sweet, you guys.
Bang, bang, bang.
And I'm just like going as fast as I trying to get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's
Why don't we
still
do
coming
one
off
more
the high.
Roll. Okay.
roll for driving the van?
Oh my god.
3, 2.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, 6, 1 6, and 2 1s.
Okay, well, 6 is great.
Okay.
You managed to like make the hard right to get onto the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of skitter around the corner, that drone loses its grip
Oh,
and falls off.
okay.
And you see, like, as you get onto the on-ramp and you're going down and you're really picking up speed, the drone that was chasing after you isn't making up room at this point. But it kind of gets to the top of the overpass and stops and, like, reaches down and grabs onto the top of the K-rail and, like, grips on and, like, busts the concrete.
And it's gonna throw it at us?
I mean, no. Like,
Stop helping.
No. It's not throwing hunks of concrete. It's more like it got there and whoever's driving is angry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
they got there and just
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
person
front
is
second.
upset. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Understood. I thought that was like a
For fun flavor, I think Kilo does help Ronnie come into the van again.
Just yank.
Just pulls them right in, and he's just like standing there like, hello.
Hi. I think I shut the door and then like let go of the door once it was shut and like almost fell on top of you probably.
That was perilous for you.
Huh? Yeah. That was a perilous situation. Okay. Alright. Okay, there's a big Terminator ass thing after us.
Mm-hmm. Good driving.
Good driving, Cassie.
Thank you. I don't feel like crying anymore. That's good.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
I roll off of you.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't stop for a little bit.
We have
Get
gas.
some distance. We did just put gas. I
And
think
we've
getting
got
distance.
and we've got wine,
Yeah,
which I
we
guess
couldn't
is-
grab snacks.
That's all right.
Sorry,
I'm
we're
not
gonna
really
get you
hungry.
ice cream.
Yeah. It's okay. I have adrenaline now. It's fine.
Cassie
but-
saved us.
Oh. No. I just drove really fast.
No, you
That
saw
was-
something that none of us would have seen.
Yeah, without you, we would be
Yeah.
gotten.
Yeah. And I can't drive, so we would have been real.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should teach you. Not right now,
Mm.
but soon. But yeah, that's true. Like, that's so strange how they like were able to hide from all of you.
I think it was the overlay.
It was.
It's got to be Sentre.
I mean,
Well, at least that lets us sort of figure out who it was.
Well, they recognized my face, so I think they're
Yeah.
after. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah. A
They're-
little bit.
They're after. I don't know if they know that we're all together, but they are at the very least after me. Which isn't great.
maybe.
You did plaster your face right in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I had sunglasses and a hood on.
Sure.
Dave does not sound convincing.
Yeah,
Sure.
You did. You absolutely did.
This is fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
Well, they're either tracking the van somehow, or we're just on a really predictable route.
There aren't a lot of roads.
And
Yeah.
also, license plate and the van is kind of.
We should fix that.
Yeah.
We should
We
fix
can
the license plate.
license plate.
The van also is kind of.
We got spray paint.
Oh, I got lots of spray paint. That was successful.
Yeah, we can do something to the van.
Okay.
Cassie, I
Um,
got sunrise colors.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, yeah, we definitely at some point, not now, need to make a billboard. That'd be great.
I think it might start with the van.
Yes.
I think painting a sunset on the side of the van might make us more recognizable.
I only got bright colors. There's pink, orange, yellow, and blue.
Well, we could just
It'll
change
be
it up.
different. It'll be different than the current van.
Yeah, I
Colors?
suppose it is.
Well,
And
and
if we switch the license plate out too, then the plate's out then.
Yeah.
well, and we have an artist on board, so we can just redecorate the van every couple of days.
That might work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm breathing now.
you get to another
Mhm.
big overarching the highway sign
Mhm.
that says, "Now leaving Paso Robles. We hope you enjoyed your stay." And the digital sign readout now says, "You will not escape."
That's lovely.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay. I was breathing. I'm not breathing anymore. Again.
That's really scary.
In the real world,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
because everybody has their headsets off except for you.
Yeah.
And your overlays turned on.
I think in the back, Kilo tries to be subtle and is not good at being subtle kind of in general because they have such a very specific like ocular vision that they're just very obviously looking over Ronnie to make sure that they're okay.
Am I okay?
I mean, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I went down to zero hope. I get a trauma.
Yeah. It's
Gosh, I'm
Got
sorry.
some
No,
I
it's
forgot.
okay.
I get
trauma.
some trauma.
It's okay.
Please.
Some trauma.
All right. So, after you got pulled back into the van,
Mm-hmm.
you realized like you were inches away from being able to fall out the back of the van.
Yep.
The I think you had time, like the breakdown is just you kind of have a moment of shock, like
Yeah.
I was just hanging out the back of a freaking van axing a drone off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I don't think we need to do like a somebody rallies you because
Yeah.
the situation kind of
Mm-hmm.
resolved.
Yeah.
But go ahead and roll a d66.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. The white one's the first one. 55.
Ooh.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
You are just having a really hard time speaking out loud. Like, I know that's not great for radio podcast listeners, but
I've gone
in
nonverbal.
character, You are feeling nonverbal.
Cool. Got it. Understood.
And you said that we just passed Paso Robles?
You've just left out the north end of Paso Robles.
Okay. So, looking at my handy dandy paper map, there's the 46 coming up. That's gonna be my suggestion.
Like get
To
off
head
the
farther
main
inland?
road.
Or
Yeah, just to get off this main road for a little while. Like, I want to come back to it.
We can take the
But-
14 and go around.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna say, okay, we should either take the 46 to whatever this little road is here, like around, and then come back. Or, yeah, I like the 14 idea, the G14.
Yeah.
Do you see where that is, Dave?
I need to look it up because
Okay. Am I throwing a wrench in your plan?
not at all.
You made the road scary. I want to get off the road. Okay,
Not at
so
all. So you want to go up the mountains onto G14
Yeah.
to the west.
yeah, that's a real road. It's not like a dirt road or something, right? Okay.
Well,
It wouldn't be on this map if it was a
What
dirt
is
road.
it? Towards Fort.
There's dirt roads on this map for sure.
There are. Oh.
So basically, the 101 and the G14, they split after Paso Robles,
Mhm.
but then they converge again at King City.
Maybe we should avoid the Camp Roberts Maneuvering Training Center. That sounds like something we should not go
Well, we're
near.
gonna be driving right next to it.
I know. That's is that a thing that exists in our game world?
I don't know.
Okay.
How familiar are you with 101 at this point of California, Cassie?
Me or Cassie? Cassie not.
Cool.
But I'm sure there's got to be. I mean, maybe there's probably signs.
You're still a ways
Yeah.
south for there to be signs for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it's very large.
Like-
that yellow area. Okay. So 46 around above the
So 46 heads inland,
inland. Yeah, but then I was gonna take those little roads here around.
and then get back up to the 101 like
Yeah.
in San Miguel.
We just have to turn around and go back through Paso Robles to get to the 46, though.
I think we're just leaving Paso Robles, right?
Yeah, if
Okay.
that we can be having this discussion out of character. If that's the way you wanted to go, we can make that decision now.
I would have left the 101 at this point. Whichever direction. Let's go towards the what do you all want to do?
Yeah, because we've got to raise the 14 and the 86.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the 46 going.
Inland,
East.
and then I was
And
gonna
the-
take those little roads around.
Or the
I think-
G14 going west.
I think in a panic, I'll go wherever you go.
Okay, great.
Roll
So-
a die.
Roll a die.
Roll a die.
Even
So
yeah.
the way I'm looking at it, the
Okay.
green line going that way is the 46.
Yes.
And the blue line going up the mountain that way is
Yeah.
the 14.
Yeah.
So if you go this way, you want to kind of get out a ways and then go up and through these little towns
Yeah, there's
to
some.
get back to the 101?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know what the final outcome was.
No. Yeah, I do not want to go over to the 5. I'm scared of the 5, but I want to get off the 101 for a little while and hopefully maybe try and lose them
Sure.
before we come back to the 101.
That makes sense.
I will let a die decide. So evens will go west, odds will go east.
East. Got it.
1. That
Odds.
bodes well. So odds. So we're going on the 46.
Very good. So you've gotten a little ways. You go past the sign, and then there's the sign to get on the 46 and go.
Mm-hmm.
You make the exit, and you're cruising along, and the 46 seems completely normal, right?
Okay.
Like there's not anything weird happening out here. You pass a couple more like winery places
Yeah.
along the side, especially as you get a little out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts being less wineries as you kind of come down out of the hills a little bit, and it just becomes farms.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them abandoned at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can just see the fields lying with dead plants that were never harvested. that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think after a bit, after like the initial adrenaline sort of dies down and we're just driving through dead fields for a bit, I guess I'd look around and like notice Ronnie. and I'd probably like sit next to them. And are you still having floor time, or did you
I
sit
think
on
I have continued the floor time thread.
And Kilo has not left their side.
Yeah.
That's adorable. But yeah, Emily will come over and just motion for Buddy, who like curls up puts their head on your lap, essentially.
I start petting. I think I just fully start petting on autopilot, and like my eyes are like glazed over, like I'm spacing out.
Starting to pet the dog, though, you can make a wits or empathy roll.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly the same both times. So I'm just gonna roll 5 dice. No sixes, no ones.
Okay.
Can I make an attempt to rally them and use my new talent?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go. Yeah.
I think like as Emily makes Buddy already knows how. He won't put his body on you, but he lays his head on your lap. And sort of does like some like nuzzling moves because that always suits her. Like he's trained.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you were really cool back there. I sort of just panicked and froze up, and you grabbed the metal rod and smacked a robot with it. You saved us, sort of. So thank you for acting so quickly. But yeah, and I will try to roll.
Yeah. You see, Ronnie does like do the barest hint of a nod, like kind of like, I'm hearing you. I am kind of processing. Kind of
Yeah.
indication.
Emily would also probably be better at this than me. She has a 6 in empathy. But the dog helps. That's the extra die there. Oh my gosh. I didn't roll. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice and not a single 6.
Oh,
Ooh.
I tried. I'm so sad.
Conces are quenching.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Listen, it gotta hit at some point.
Yeah. She'll sort of seeing that you're not like responding to what she's saying, probably decides like, okay, maybe it's better if I just give them a little space and time, and they'll leave Buddy with you, but they'll come back up and sit on the passenger, so next to Cassie, to keep you a little bit of company, because we're not stopping for a bit. I think. Yeah.
Cassie seems to be doing a lot better too now that there's like an action for her to take, and she's feeling a little bit more empowered again, and it's feeling a little more familiar. Like it's more physical and like mental threats than like emotional ones now. So she's more comfortable with that.
Cool. You get a ways out of town. At this point, if you want to turn off the 46 and go north to kind of begin your curve back, this is probably the time to do it.
Okay.
Unless you want to keep going.
No, I'd want to kind of curl back.
I stick my head out the window.
Before we go back to the main road, we should pull over.
Oh, okay. Is everything okay?
I'm going to fix something.
Okay. I'm gonna look and like find like a very empty, flat place where nothing can be hiding.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty easy out here. You
Yeah.
find an abandoned field.
Yeah.
You can drive
Exactly.
into the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find the plates and stop the van.
The moment the van stops, Kilo looks at Ronnie, kind of just pats the floor between them very awkwardly, and then gets up, goes out the back doors, looks at the license plate, and I don't even think goes through the ceremony of unscrewing it, just punches it.
Okay.
Punch a hole through the license plate.
Hey.
All right. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
It's not even a role-related thing because you're not in a rush or
Nope.
whatever. You get out there and yeah.
And then completely without any to do, they just get back in the van, close the door. They won't be able to follow us by our license plate any longer.
Yep. Great.
Is that what that noise was?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's
I'm an
good.
engineer. I can fix it later.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, you know what, it's fine. He's not even gonna argue. Like,
Okay.
And then, yeah, Keeler just sits back on the floor next to Ronnie.
All right. So you start heading through these, just farm fields, basically.
Mhm.
There's a little town here called Burn. I don't know if it's on your paper map.
Burn? In the Central Valley? That seems like a really dangerous name for a city.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
really.
Bern.
Okay. I was like,
That is not really a town at all.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a
No.
one lane
Yeah.
town.
But you pass through there and there's no activity, right?
Mhm.
The place looks like it's, it looks like even the gas station is shuttered up.
Yeah.
Somebody came through here and like shot out all of the signage in town.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just broken sign pieces on the ground that nobody ever cleaned up, that kind of a thing. And you start heading on these back roads, kind of winding through farms, sort of heading a little bit north and a little bit west again, until you get back towards the Salinas River, which runs right alongside the 101
Mhm.
through here, and you are coming into the town of San Miguel.
Got it.
And that's where you're coming back into the 101.
Okay.
Okay. Unless you still want to try and find your way north on side streets.
No. I feel like that's about where I'd okay, we've changed our license plate. We've
Kind of.
changed.
I
mean,
it's different.
It's not there anymore.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know.
As you get into the city of San Miguel.
It's been a while, right? It's been a few hours at least.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You took your time, and it's
Yeah.
not like you were able to speed your way back. 'cause
No.
you-
I would want to take
literally-
as much time as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally like farm road,
Mhm.
left, right. You're just kind of making the slow step
Mm-hmm.
of, okay, I'm gonna go left. Now I'm gonna, okay, and then a right, and then a left, and then
I've been on these
around
roads.
fields and that kind of thing. The places where they don't let the fields match up exactly
Yeah.
for a super long ways because they know people are just gonna fall asleep and drive off the road and die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like makes you make turns to keep going in the same direction you want to go. But you're pulling into San Miguel, and it's a small town, but there's still a couple of people out that you can see. Normal looking people. They're not wearing headsets. There is a pretty big church that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the tallest thing in town. Right?
Is it a church or is it a mission?
It is a mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're in California.
I taught 4th grade. I'm sorry. That's literally what we teach in 4th grade in California.
Yeah.
But visually,
Yes,
it is a
yes,
church.
it is.
Yes.
I was-
Missions are also churches.
I know, but I was getting clarifying. Did it
Yes.
change?
Is it
Did
just
they?
a big
No.
church now?
Yeah. Did they tear it down and build
No.
a new thing?
It looks like an old
Okay.
building.
Spanish mission. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Archways. That
Um,
weird plaster color.
And it
Yeah.
because you took such a while here, it's later afternoon now. You see a bunch of people that are walking to the mission.
Mm.
People that have kind of closed down their little the diner. That's what you probably see.
Mhm.
A server comes out and a chef or a cook in Cook White's. They're like locking up the front door of a little diner and walking down the street towards the mission.
Okay.
And several other folks.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for like a chill place to park that is hopefully
You can,
behind a building or a shed.
A
do
shed.
you want to find a place that is undercover?
No, I'm looking for something that will obscure the view of my vehicle. Like
From the road.
yeah.
Sure. It could take you a couple of minutes, but eventually you could probably find a spot like
Big tree
between
or
a
bush.
dumpster
Yeah.
and a building,
Perfect.
that kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Totally, no problem.
Okay.
And you park.
Okay, so we just are never going to put the headsets on ever again, right? We've determined that this is really a bad idea and very dangerous for all of us to ever put the headsets on.
That would be very complicated for me.
Well, yes, okay. You're the exception, not the rule, Kilo. But, like, seriously.
I give a thumbs up.
Okay.
I think for the time being, it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
This is going to sound in poor taste, but there are useful things in the neuroscape.
Of course, the neuroscape is the most important thing. That's where we need to stay, right here.
There are useful things inside of the neurocasters.
Yes, but that seems to be when we're in the most danger. So right now, let's just like stay away from them. Maybe not put them on because they're able to hide in them, which is really, really scary.
Right.
And maybe they can track us through them too.
I think it's a good thing that we don't all use them at the same time. Like you not having one on, I think is what saved our butts back there. So if we ever, I'm
Knocking
gonna
on the
pretend
side
I
of the
didn't
bed.
hear that.
Okay, like on the side of the van or a window.
Like on the side of the bed.
Hello? Like I'm not rolling down the window.
Hello in there.
Hello?
Can we help you? Are you okay?
Yeah, yes, we're fine. We're just looking for a place to stop for a little bit. Maybe get some food or snacks or ice cream.
Food or snacks or ice cream? Okay. Well, come on.
Okay, we're
We are all naked.
I fully give you the weirdest look. I'm I was fully dissociating, and then I fully snap it and be like, "Are
yeah, I
you
feel like there's this pause where we all are just quiet and turn and look at Sheila.
The dog turns and looks at you.
Yes.
And outside the van's like, not trying to rush you. Please
Okay.
take your time.
Just
No,
you know,
they think we're doing weird things in here.
Are we not?
We do the weird stuff.
thank you for the privacy, friend.
I thunk my head against this. I'm like sitting against the side of the van. I'm just going bonk. I'm like, God. I'm not verbal, but I'm like, oh.
Okay.
I got them to leave us
It
alone.
did. That was well done. Yes,
I
good.
suppose that worked.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we should give it a minute then. And then,
I could make the van rock if it would help.
nope.
Please don't do
I'm
that.
shaking my head.
Nope.
Are we planning on stopping here, or
I mean, it seems
I think
pretty
Ronnie
normal.
wants food. Oh, we all
all
need
need to
food.
eat.
Yeah.
Well, you technically don't.
I do actually need to eat soon. I am actually hungry.
Right. How does that work?
I log off and I eat.
Right, but you said you don't know where you are.
They
so
bring
it's,
me food.
it's brought to you. Like a prison?
Mm,
I don't.
maybe.
Right, you don't know. It sounds very prison-like.
They are technically taking care of me.
Right. Do you have like an actual bed and stuff?
Yes.
And oh, that makes me feel better. Okay, you're not just. That's okay. Yeah, we'll find.
They
we'll
think
find
I'm
some
working.
Food. Oh,
They what?
They think I'm working.
how have they not figured out you're not working?
I don't know.
Oh.
They don't seem to keep track of their people very well.
So you could get in big trouble maybe.
If
What's
they
the worst
found
that'll
out,
happen?
That is a good question. Yeah, I don't want to think about that right now. Nope.
right? Food.
Yeah.
Food is good.
Food and ice cream. We definitely need ice cream. Okay.
Do we want to get off?
I'm sorry, what?
Off of the van. Do we
Oh.
want to get out
Yes.
of the car?
Okay. I thought you were
No.
helping Kilo. Okay.
No, thank you.
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's leave the van.
Yes, let's get out of the van.
Yes.
Ronnie, do you need anything?
Besides food.
Ronnie takes a moment and then just kind of shakes her head.
Okay.
Kilo responds by just giving them a thumbs up.
I do this where I like fist bump you with the thumb.
And then you touch thumbs.
Yeah,
Like,
Kilo
like-
definitely like does this as well. Just like, okay, we're
Here's
doing
the
this.
thing.
And then I'm gonna stand up and pet Buddy a little bit, and then I'm gonna stand up and get out of the van. And
I think it would do all of us good to just move around a little bit.
Okay.
If you all don't mind, I'm going to log off and eat.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Sure. Getting out of the van, about 15 feet away, there's a man and a woman standing there. He's wearing like a pair of khaki pants with it's a white shirt, but it has a light just a little pinstriping to it. Tucked in, and a pair of suspenders. And the lady standing next to him, same age-ish. She's wearing what looks like a yellow dress. Little pattern to it, but mostly just yellow. And they're like, "Hi, if you're planning to stay in town a little while, you're welcome to come with us. We're heading over to the church. And there'll be some food and snacks and things there. I don't know about ice cream today, but
At the church?
yeah, just after. Then we always have a big get together."
Oh, what do y'all think about that?
We've been in the car for quite some time. I think walking around is what we'd like to do. Like, just move our
Certainly,
legs
certainly.
a bit.
And the guy looks at his watch and he goes, "Well, things are going to start in about 5 minutes. If you come by about 5:30, you could probably sneak in and just get something to eat."
Oh,
Oh, that's
I'm sure it'll be
great.
fine.
nice.
I give a
Okay.
thumbs up.
Okay.
Cool. And all right, well, hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah.
And they hustle on up the street to get there.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly benign interaction.
I nod.
I didn't think I'd get those anymore since, getting into this van.
Well, I mean, not everybody knows we're felons. Usually they're very nice until they come
I
down.
don't-
I like him like I just do the zip mouth.
They walked off.
They did. They walked away.
It takes a while. Once they figure that out, then things change a little bit. But usually they're very nice until that, unless they're
Law
neuroscape
enforcement.
or what are they called? The headsets again?
Neurocaster.
Neurocaster. Yeah, neurocaster zombies.
Yeah. Or law enforcement.
Killer drones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think if either of you want to go in and see the service, you can. I think I'm gonna take Buddy for a proper walk. Because they haven't had one since the Madonna Inn. Was that yesterday?
Well, it was
2 days
this
ago?
morning, like as you
Oh,
were
Or
there.
well,
my
when you
gosh.
walked, I mean, it probably was yesterday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we zoomed out of town.
Yeah. So it was last night. Wow, it feels like a week.
I think we should stick together. We never ended up dyeing our hair, did we?
No.
Did we get the stuff for it though? We didn't.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we
think
got
so.
stuff for it.
Okay, I think that's going to be one of the things I look
I
for
remember
here.
being brought up, but I don't remember the.
No,
Yeah.
it did not get gotten.
Yeah, we got spray paint, but then we got run out of town. So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be looking around for just like a store that might have like box hair dye and stuff like that too.
Yeah, is there a store open still? One of those like general
There's nothing you see that's open.
right. Does that mean we're gonna have to wait till the morning?
At least until after service, probably. It seems like everyone's at the church. All right. Well, why don't you take Buddy for a walk? They definitely need a walk, and we might get a little bit more help in town if they see us at the service.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys can go on ahead.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm honestly, I think I'm gonna be fine on my own,
Yeah.
as opposed to one of you on your own, because my face is not on a wanted poster.
I mean, it might be now.
I like gesture you like, dude.
What? Are you hungry?
I don't
I start
know.
walking towards the church.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Okay, yeah. I'll be there. I'll meet you guys at the church.
Okay.
So I'll just be out for a little bit.
Okay.
I wave at you as I leave.
Bye.
Take care of her, buddy. Take care of her. And then I'm gonna jog after.
Sure.
Okay.
Your time walking, buddy, the town looks fine. Like, it doesn't look creepy. There's not weird
Okay.
iconography on anything. There's nothing unusual other than this looks like a little town.
Yeah. I
You
can
can
deal
see that
with
there's
little towns.
several businesses and stuff that have been closed. That, empty storefront,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. And then, like, the empty storefront that now has, like, spillover display from the little thrift store next door.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't look abandoned or
Yeah.
wrecked. It seems okay.
That's a good sign. They do Buddy's up there in years, so they don't need nearly as much exercise as their younger counterparts. But it's still good for them to walk around.
Sure.
They also like to sniff things and
The
they
news
like
of the world.
eat some grass and do that.
Another dog has been here.
Yeah, just aggressively pee on a specific tree.
At one point, a squirrel probably went by.
Oh my god, a squirrel.
Not in the way that Buddy's going to cause a problem, but just
No.
entertaining.
Ears.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I think I do sort of like take my time, because it's been like I've been on the road for a bit, and this is the most that has happened in the smallest amount of time
This-
since I started hitchhiking, and it's just like I need some time, just me and the dog, decompressing because oh my
It has been a
gosh.
lot,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I think eventually, like, Buddy and I meander our way. Yeah, definitely the service is probably more than halfway over by the time we meander our way into the mission.
All right. You guys get up to the there's like an outer courtyard, outer wall,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a old wrought iron gate that's open. And there's like a hand-painted little banner over the gate that says, "Welcome all." You get inside. Are you walking all the way in, or are you just going to hang out outside?
I feel like we're gonna go in.
Yeah, I'm following your lead.
Okay.
Once you caught up to me, I let you charge ahead.
Yeah, because we're going to make an appearance to try and like,
That makes sense.
yeah, to be accepted in this little town and stuff like that. So
Sure. You step in to the back of this. It's really the size of like a chapel.
Yeah.
More than a big giant church, right? But you step in the back, and there's a good number of people in here. 50, 60 people that are all sitting there. And up in front, there's a gentleman that immediately does not give you the vibes of a Catholic priest, but they are wearing not the full, like, I'm going to serve mass robe, but they're wearing just the black shirt, and they've got, like, the big all the way around white collar.
Oh, okay.
And he is standing up in the front.
It is a little.
It's very pretty. He's standing up in the front, and he's, as you walk in, is saying, "Thank you, everyone. This has been a wonderful week. I hope that we can continue to do our nightly get-togethers. This week we had 6 people that decided to move on from our community, unfortunately, but things are good. Everything else here is all right, and we keep helping each other, and we'll keep on moving. I have managed to talk to some people from farther up north, and they're going to make sure we continue to get shipments of goods that come on down the highway. So tonight, I'd like to make sure we celebrate. We've set up our usual little get-together afterwards. But please remember, if you get tempted, you come talk to me. And we'll get through this." And everybody there kind of like gives the polite applause and stands up, and
Interesting.
actually then at the end they all start singing a song, right? That's improv, and I'm bad at picking songs.
I mean, there's someone who grew up going to Catholic church. Like,
Yeah.
there's like a slew of them.
Specifically not like a hymn.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Like they are just singing it's probably like Rainbow Connection, right?
Oh God.
Like, it's
okay.
Somehow
just-
worse.
It's
Somehow
Yeah.
worse.
I prefer the hymn.
yeah.
That would feel more normal.
And
Right.
the town everybody kind of sings it badly.
Yeah,
And then
that's accurate.
and then everybody stands up and they start walking out. Yeah.
That's like the most creepy song you could possibly think.
It
Dave.
truly is.
You're so
Like,
talented at the
Yeah.
creepiness.
yeah. Rainbow Connection in like a Catholic mass is like a weird disconnect.
Also,
You
it feels.
did not see any of the trappings of normal mass.
Oh,
No,
for sure.
yeah.
It's just still.
It definitely feels like the because Rainbow Connection is so bright and happy. Put it in a minor key now.
Oh yeah.
Like for a horror movie, like trailer.
Oh no.
Just a frog killing people.
Yeah.
I feel like. Okay, I'm gonna roll a thing.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
calling people to.
I'm trying to decide. Like, Rainbow Connection is a very like specific song, so I'm trying to decide if Cassie thinks it's really charming or really
Oh.
creepy. Like, she might actually like be into this.
Yeah. I see you.
Out of character, don't read too deep into it.
Okay.
Because this was improv.
Okay.
The song was
The song's
definitely
great.
That's
improv.
an
fine,
excellent
that's fine.
choice.
Yeah. No.
But in character, you're welcome to your feels.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think she really like, and she kind of like singing along, like as a kid who grew up with like Kermit, like singing it, like knows all the words, like kind of singing it loud, like, oh, this is great. I'm so glad we came. And so yeah, she's really into it.
Great. And as people stand up and turn and start walking towards you in the back, you can see people that are like, "Hey,
Hey,
welcome in.
thank you.
Uh,
That was so great.
please join us. And like, it's all walks of folk, right? You see the couple that saw you at the van, they're like, "Hey, you made it at least. Ah, come on."
Is it still a little awkward? We were naked in the van.
I mean, they seem to be
Don't
withholding
repeat
judgment.
that part
Okay,
out
okay.
loud.
Yeah. No. That's what me as a player saying.
not
we
like,
were, hey, what's up?
"Hey,
We were naked in the van. Like,
sorry,
that's
you
us.
might have been doing weird stuff in your parking. I don't know. Yeah. But like, they seem
big
genuinely okay.
Yeah.
Like they're not being judgy, and they're not whispering to people around them like,
Yeah.
"Those are the people that were fucking in our lot."
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like it's also probably more normal than you think because there's a lot of people who probably are living in cars, like living on
Yeah.
the road and
Yeah.
stuff.
Sure. But specifically the fact that a bunch of people got out of the van
Like a clown car.
after somebody was like, "We're all naked in here."
Kilo
That's a
knew.
little weird.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Great.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Cassie is slipping into extrovert mode, like completely to like feels good, like talking. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
And everybody seems genuinely happy to see you here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, and they kind of, the wave of people that comes toward you just sort of bundles you up and ushers you out into the courtyard outside.
Oh, okay.
And they, you see that there's some tables and chairs set up, and along one side they have a thing that has one of those big like igloo, like
Water cooler.
water
Plastic.
cooler
Full of
thing.
cool
Yeah.
with the red
With the
stains
Gatorade?
out.
Yeah.
great.
It doesn't have Gatorade. It's just
but
ice water.
That's what
Okay.
everyone assumed. Like that's
Yeah,
what,
the kind of thing
Yeah.
that would be dumped
Dumped
on a
up.
coach.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Giving the visual.
And there's a stack of little cups next to
Mhm.
it, and then they've got, it looks like homemade food, right? Like there's like a bunch of little cakes, and then there's it looks like a church potluck,
Yeah.
right?
I'm hungry.
So there's like a big
Curse.
big roasting pan with like a mac and cheese, and looks like there's like some fried chicken, and
Mhm.
there's just all kind of potato salad, and
casserole dish of tamales if you're at my church.
yeah. There's probably even like some random transplant from the Midwest that has brought like the funeral potatoes.
Oh,
Right.
so good.
Just all kinds of that homemadey kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a salad with too much mayo in it.
Oh yeah, it's more
Yeah.
mayo than yeah.
Ronnie immediately guns it for or like if there's a line, Ronnie is going to get fried chicken.
Oh my god.
Sure.
But yeah.
You guys are kind of at the front because you were
Oh
kind of,
gosh, yeah.
like-
I'm grabbing food and trying to.
unless you
not
like
be in the
awkwardly
way.
stood there and let everybody move past you to go outside. You guys
I would have let like a person or two go ahead so that we could see what they do.
Like how
sure.
yeah, how
Mhm.
how
this
it's
works.
that's a vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. So
But yeah, you can totally
Chime
grab some
down.
food,
Okay.
and
Yes. Absolutely doing that.
you probably get here. You get to the
Yeah.
gate just as everybody's coming out into the courtyard.
Yeah, I probably like spot them getting sort of swept with the current.
Yeah.
And so I'll follow behind. I let them get the food first, take a couple bites, and I wait to see if either of them just like drops.
you know, fair.
Poison.
Ronnie does not check for poison. Ronnie just starts chowing down.
Yeah. Cassie doesn't either.
I
But-
think
As the player, thanks. We were ready to say we kidnapped you to save you, and you're letting us
I
test
think-
for poison.
like it's definitely sort of like a pivot like in her brain. Like she knew y'all had done something and
Mhm.
it was all like, yeah, we just don't want to stay too long in one place, but nothing had actually like happened. Like what had happened was just the town being weird and not because you guys had done something.
Yeah.
And so I think this was the first thing where we see like real consequences, like of you guys doing something that like has
Mhm.
affected her,
Yeah.
right? And so yeah, it's a weird headspace. She
Mhm.
comes in after, she grabs some food, she waits. It's like, well, somebody's gonna try to kill them, and I'm here with them, like
Mhm.
eventually.
Yeah.
So she's definitely gonna be a little more paranoid about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then after waiting a couple of minutes, decides to start eating herself. Throws like some of eats all the crispy part from the fried chicken, and then gives the bone with some chicken left on it to like Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like lapping up the chicken. I tell him to sit if people come up, like or kids and stuff are there.
There are
No
kids.
children. That's interesting.
Uh-oh.
But if anybody does want a pet Buddy, I tell him to like sit.
And several
And-
people come up and go, "Oh, what a sweet dog!"
Yeah, and let
And some of
them.
them behave like people. That's the conversation.
Yeah, and we sort of do that for a little bit, definitely.
I'm definitely gonna go back for 2 desserts.
You absolutely
Yeah.
can, right? There's actually quite a lot of food there, right?
Yeah, I think Emily has her plate and feeds Buddy. And as they're getting up to get like seconds or a dessert or whatever it is, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and just head back to the van. Just really tired, but both of you, like, take your time, take advantage, and eat some more of the food. The desserts honestly look really good.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll be in the van, and if anything, Kilo's sort of there, but not really.
I give a thumbs up.
Just as you're getting up to leave,
Yeah.
you see the preacher, for lack of a better
Yeah.
term, comes up and goes, "I heard we had a special guest," and he pulls out from under his coat. He pulls out like a can of dog food,
Oh,
and he goes, "Hey, here you go, here you go. That's the only kind we had."
oh no, it's fine. I gave him some of like my leftover chicken.
Oh well, then you should get some for you.
I did. I
Okay,
got
all right.
more than enough food. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is very sweet.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad
she'll
to see
take
you
the
here.
can because for later and on the van, it's always useful.
Absolutely, and he doesn't stop you from like pocketing it.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Thank you. If you wanna like, look, he can say hi, and I go like, Buddy, say hi, and he'll bark, and that's like a
Oh,
little
Like he kind of smiles,
trick.
like he's like, "May I?"
yeah, pet him. Go
Oh, and then
ahead.
he reaches down and scratches
Yeah.
his ears.
Yeah. But thank you so much for your hospitality.
Please,
Yeah,
please,
I'm
you're welcome
just-
here anytime.
Thank you. And I make to keep walking out.
He's not stopping you.
Okay. All right. Emily makes it to the car. Takes the time to take a photo of the mission from the outside because it is, it's very
Absolutely.
pretty. And then sits and closes the door. Where does Kilo leave their body when they log off? Not the driver's seat, I'm assuming.
No, I think the drone is sitting in that passenger seat right behind the driver's seat,
Mm.
just fully logged off. The lights in their sensor dome are completely dim.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think there's just like a slow pulse of light, just
Like-
of like
there's power.
there's power and the like area alarm is on. That if someone were to like jostle the drone, Kilo would get an alert in theory if their neurocast.
Like damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, damage alert. Yeah, Emily sits and does like the hand wave in front of Kilo just to see, because I don't know how, like, she doesn't know how this all works, right?
Sure.
And just hello. Okay. Goes to the back and grabs the bottle of wine and like sits there with Buddy, and she opens it and yeah, just starts drinking her bottle of wine in the back of the van, curled up with her dog.
And it tastes remarkably like what you virtually
Yeah.
tasted.
Interesting.
Like
I
it's
hope
a
they
very
did.
good representation.
And that's what she's doing while they're still
Just out of the bottle.
getting. Oh yeah,
Yeah. all right.
absolutely
Yeah.
out of the bottle.
It's been that kind of day.
That kind of day. Oh god.
Back in the courtyard, after you get up and leave, the preacher man turns to the both of you and goes, "Well, I'm so glad. 3 visitors in one day is wonderful. I'm sorry I didn't get to speak with you before the service, but welcome." And he offers a hand and he goes, They call me Father Michael."
Oh, yeah, Cass.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi. He's feeling a little quiet.
That's all right. I
Yeah.
understand, but I'm Father Michael.
Yeah.
But welcome. Please eat up, enjoy. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know.
Oh, yeah. I was noticing, I'm going to look among the church ladies.
Mhm.
Does anybody have very clearly unnatural hair color, like bright red or very, very blonde? Or
That like pastel blue
Yeah.
church lady hair. Mm.
So are you looking for like the church lady, or are you looking for like?
hair dye. Like, who would have the hair dye?
Oh, sure.
Church lady.
There. Well, that's the question I had. Right? Like,
Yeah. That's a good question too. But right now, my priority is to make it so drones can't recognize me.
there are totally a couple of people here that are like in different clothes. You
Okay.
would expect to see them at like a rock concert,
Oh, okay, great.
right? Like there's a couple of people that have like what probably is like a pretty decent mohawk, but it's kind of just combed down.
Okay.
Churchified.
Yeah.
It's a churchified mohawk.
Okay.
Dressed up to
Yeah.
go to church.
Love it.
I like these
Right.
feels. Okay.
Yeah, a couple. I
Yeah.
mean, not the majority or anything.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of people, and there's like one girl has pretty extremely red hair, like strawberry shortcake red hair.
Yeah.
And then, there's a guy that's obviously bleached the mohawk and that kind of stuff around. You can easily see. The majority is probably still
Yeah.
pretty normal hair.
Okay.
Except for like you can also tell there's a couple of people that are in that like I'm dyeing my hair but natural shades.
Yes.
So you don't know that I'm dyeing my
Yeah.
hair, except it totally looks like I'm
Except,
dyeing
yeah,
my hair.
it's-
Box dye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's mostly what I'm like, okay, there's a place I can get hair dye here. Excellent. I'm not going to say that to them, but it's like
Okay.
my detective work. My
Cassie Nyx.
Fashion
Detective.
hair dye detective.
Sure.
Best comic book ever. So I'm going to make small talk. And
Sure. Is there anything particular you're trying to get out of the conversation?
No, I don't think so at this point. I think she's feeling pretty safe. Like one step below them singing Rainbow Connection, like on
Sure.
the Muppets doing it themselves. Like okay, this is fine.
I think I pull like a little notebook out of my pocket and I write something in it, and then I show it to the priest guy. And it says, what's tempting people to leave the neuroscape?
Well, yes. It's an easy path. A lot of people choose it, but the people here, we all try and stay here.
I nod.
Like there's like an audible like intake of breath from Cass. That is so wonderful. Okay, pausing for just a second. Is there like a mechanical thing I can do to help Ronnie? Like,
Because I am silent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Technically, it just needs more time.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a way I could help or speed that up or any of that.
I mean,
Okay.
like, I'm not going to follow the rules as written in the
Sure.
book for this, right?
Mhm.
Because that's not good for a show.
mean-
We'll speed up the roll.
Yeah.
But for this scene, at least, we're gonna stick.
Okay.
Because you've
That's
already had 2 chances to
yeah.
come out of it, and
did
they
them
just
both
didn't work
times.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
I
Okay.
tried.
Rough.
You did try. It was a valiant
That's a
effort.
lot of dice.
It was
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
for
of
once.
dice.
So many times.
Yeah, I'm fine with this playing rules as written. I just didn't. I
Well,
don't want to
rules
be
is written,
ignoring.
it's supposed to be like a week
Oh,
before you get
Jesus.
another roll.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's-
too long in the terms of this type of
Okay.
thing.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
that is a lot.
Like if we were doing like time jumps,
Mhm.
Sure.
then that's fine.
Okay.
But in this case, we're like
Shift to shift. Let's
minute
go.
Yeah.
to minute, shift to shift. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That is so like Cassie almost is like tearing up, like very like and is being very authentic. Like that is so true and so important. So many people just check out of the beauty that is here and they just That is just wonderful. That is wonderful that your community feels like that.
Well, and a little bit of genuine concern, right? Because you're so emotionally stricken with this moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we all feel here. We none of us want to give up on each other.
Yeah.
And so we've decided that we're going to stay here and we're going to make the best of it. And he kind of lowers his voice a little bit and he goes, we had some problems last year here in town
Oh, you did.
that led to quite a few people leaving. But
Oh no.
the rest of us keep on.
Yeah. Is everyone okay? Did people get hurt?
In that they're not part of our community anymore, and in that I think they did, but it wasn't like a fight. It wasn't
Oh, okay.
violence.
Oh.
It's just unfortunate.
Yes. So many places are breaking out in violence now. It's shocking. We've seen some shocking things on our trip.
Oh, where are you? Where are you traveling to?
We're just heading north.
Oh.
We don't have a set destination.
I see. Well, I hope the road is treating you well.
The road itself is fine.
I think I know what you mean. And I totally lost the voice for this character. But now it's back. So I understand. Yes. I myself traveled quite a ways to get here.
Really?
Yes, I grew up and I unfortunately spent my time before the war in Alabama.
Oh. And what made you decide to come all the way out here?
Well, I'd always heard about California being a beautiful place, and it seemed like there were a lot of opportunities out here after the war.
Hmm. Did you run a church then too?
Oh, no. I did not. But I found my way here, and after seeing what the neuroscape did to so many people and so many friends back home, I decided to try and do what I could to help people here.
It's wonderful here. Cassie kind of just like short circuits like that conversation to say in her head what she wants it to say.
Yeah. I write in my notebook, I'm from Georgia, and put it up, show the guy.
Oh! Well, I hope you had a much easier time getting here than I did.
I like, my hand.
So.
So, my hand.
Yes, I myself ran into a lot of trouble when I got to Nevada.
I know. Yeah.
It did not fare so well in the conflict.
I write down, we had trouble crossing the Mississippi, and show that.
It's from the last I heard from home, it's eaten up a lot more than it used to.
I nod.
But please, I don't mean to be depressing. We're here to just celebrate all of us being here. So eat up, and if there's anything we can do for you, you just let us know.
Thank you so much for being so generous with your food and your time and your lovely town.
Well, please, if you need, are you looking for a place to stay for the night, or
We might.
do you
We
need to
had
get back on the road right away? What?
pretty soon. We're all gassed up and ready to go, but we needed to walk the dog and we needed just to stretch our legs a bit. So we'll see. With so many of us traveling together, we generally just take shifts, so we don't stop for the night very often.
I understand. If you decide you just want to rest, let us know. We can find a place for you.
Okay. Oh.
Somebody here's got a spare bedroom, I'm sure.
Oh. All right. Thank you. That's very kind.
I got a thumbs up.
Yeah, I feel that same. Cassie doesn't. I feel safe. Cassie feels very safe. Okay, so we're gonna chat with a few more people, eat a little bit more, and then head back to the van.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think once I have eaten like enough food, I think I even like I don't think I like wrap some of the stuff that might keep well in like maybe a little bit of wax paper or something so that there's like a snack for later, and then we head back to the van.
You Cassie it.
Way.
Yeah, you Cassie it.
Yeah.
We gotta listen.
It's
We gotta
rubbing off.
keep
It's
that.
rubbing
The
off.
food is so important,
Yeah.
and I have a dwindling amount of money.
Yeah.
So
I wonder where it went.
Weird.
it's so weird where that money went.
Is there anything in particular you want to try and get out of your conversation before you leave?
I don't think so. Just if I can figure out what store has hair dye, and if it's gonna open tonight.
There is a corner drugstore
Okay.
that would absolutely have hair dye.
hmm
Do you want to see if you can get somebody to open it for you tonight?
No, I don't think I'd want to draw that much attention to it.
Okay.
So, like, if it's not like, hey, do any of the stores gonna open again tonight? Like, vague
You
generalities.
kind of get the response like, well, if somebody needs something, that kind of thing. But we're not.
They're so
We
nice.
usually just,
I know.
after the sun goes, and the sun is gone down. at
Yeah,
this
well
point.
now.
There's still a little bit of light in the sky, but they've set up some of those market lights across the courtyard, so it's visible in here.
Yeah.
But
No, I don't want there to be like a distinct memory of me asking about hair dye in someone's brain, like when they're
sure.
neuro tortured later or whatever happens.
Oh,
That's me saying that. Like
Yeah.
that's
Wow,
That's
who's
100% what
who's
Cassie
giving Dave
believes
ideas
could
now?
yeah,
Listen.
accurate. That's true. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not helping. But yeah, so Cassie doesn't want to like leave the memory of, oh yeah, that weird group of 3 people asking for hair dye in the van. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, just the store. And then tomorrow, hopefully they can go and buy some and have nobody ever remember that they bought that.
sure.
So yeah. I do not think that she would take them up on staying in someone's house though. I think that's just one step a little too far that's out of her comfort. So I think like chilling out, everyone sleeping in the van is like how she feels comfortable.
All right. So you guys head back to the van.
Mhm.
How much of that bottle of wine have you polished?
Oh,
Go,
Emily
girl.
is passed out, curled up with the dog.
Oh.
Is the wine all gone?
No, probably half the bottle before she decided, like, I'm just gonna curl up with Buddy and
Did you
fall asleep.
Shove the
Or-
cork back in.
Yes.
Is there wine spilling all over the back of the van?
No, there's no
Fine.
spill. Like, she did drink half of the bottle on her own, though.
Sure. So
Yeah.
you were cruised off into dreamland.
Yep.
You guys get back to the van, and the van's still there. It hasn't been stolen or destroyed or hit with a missile strike. Nothing.
Great.
I am going to take this opportunity because this is the first time I've really had time, like, unstressed out to, like, kind of assess the van.
Sure.
Like, look at the scratches and the new hole where the license plate used to be weird, how that looks like that.
There's like 2 fingers of a drone hand on the ladder.
Just like clattering there.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pull those off.
Yeah.
And just kind of look around to see if there's anything else, like, out of place. Okay.
I mean, there's a couple of scratches down the side now that weren't there before.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of dings and dents that you don't recall from before, but
Mhm.
the van looks okay.
Okay. And the scratches down the side don't, like, look like finger, claw,
I mean,
hand.
they kind of look
They
like
kind of do. Okay.
finger spaced.
Okay. I'm
They're
gonna take...
they're not like gouges again. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like the paint got scratched.
Yeah. But I don't want people to look at that and be like, wow, that looks like someone's hand scraped the thing. So I'm
Well,
gonna...
I'm sure we could cover it up with like spray paint or something.
It's not particularly deep gashes.
Yeah. No,
right?
I'm going to
It's
take
just
my
enough that-
key and I'm just going to add a few more scratches to make it just look like a tree branch or something. Like, scratched us. Like, just not so finger-like.
Sure.
Fingers, a thing that normally dents cars like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally normal.
please.
Yeah, so now it looks like I wasn't paying attention and there is a gate or a bush or a something. Anything.
Sure.
Okay. And yeah, then I guess get in.
I don't think you're likely to have woken up after half a bottle of wine with just
No,
some light scratching.
I have
noises.
no.
So,
And we're gonna.
Buddy probably is like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably notices like when y'all get back to the van and just like, oh, okay, it's not a stranger.
It's people I know.
I recognize this, and then just lays back down.
Okay. I'm
Sure.
gonna get the cork and like put it back in the bottle, or not, but like the little. There's
No,
probably
you
yeah.
responsibly put it away.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
I
you like
put
fell
it-
asleep cuddling it or something. In my head, that's like how I was picturing. Okay.
It's probably like you said it like in the little sink.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you-
Like-
yeah.
It's like,
Perfect.
there it is.
Great. Then
Cool.
I'm gonna find a seat and probably curl up, go to sleep somewhere.
Yeah. Same.
Cool. So,
I have a kilo in the real world thing that I
Let's
like
go.
to do.
Ooh.
my very next question.
Fantastic. Yeah, they do what they say. They are gonna like leave and eat. But then they can't stop thinking about how their neurocaster isn't working completely perfectly still, and would like to spend time repairing it. Because I actually have some processor damage.
I think that's a great idea.
Mhm.
And I imagine because I'll actually do some narration, I guess, instead of just talking about mechanics. We see like this again, like very like almost hospital-like bed that they're in, and they take the neurocaster off, and we see a person with a human face.
Crazy.
They have like medium tan skin, even though they've been inside for God knows how long, but they have like a almost healed, still like slightly patched injury crawling up a very like chiseled, gaunt face of someone who's in a neurocaster for what, like 16 hours a day. They have green eyes and this dark red hair. Very sharp features all around outside of just like being gaunt because they're always in the neuroscape, which is really bad for you. But they kind of pull a side table over, and I imagine because their job is theoretically to use their neurocaster, that there are tools there to work on it. Maybe.
Here, I'll leave this up to you. Are there tools there, or can you just get a new headset?
Oh,
Like, can you push a call button?
I think that they don't want to alert anyone that anything went too horribly wrong. So if there are no tools, they're not going to ask for one. I think that there are probably
There's probably some basic.
very basic
things,
tools.
yeah.
All the like they're looking to like have the little screwdriver to pop off the back panel and do that kind
Yeah,
of stuff. And just kind of get in there, especially after thinking about like the damage that they did to that person in the shop earlier. They're like, okay, I went for the processor. My processor is still glitching funny. And just kind of like they can't. It's one of those like once you see it like a pixel on a monitor, you can't unsee it.
For sure.
And so they've been thinking about it basically since that moment and haven't been able to stop thinking about it, even though it's been days. And they set down their very, very nice neurocaster and start to work on it.
Cool. Let's do a wits roll,
Uh-huh.
and I'm only going to give you one die for
That makes
tools
sense. Yeah.
because they're not the best specific tools for this job.
No. I'm thinking like it's one of those like little wallet foldy multi-tool kits.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
anything fancy. But I do get a +2 for working on electronics.
Great.
Well, that's damn annoying. Not a single 6.
So many die too.
I think I would like to push. I do have 2 1s though, which does suck, but
You don't have to deal with. You don't really have to deal with the list part of the hope stuff.
no. I just need hope in general in life.
Don't we all?
What a
No.
mood.
2 6s.
Hey.
Okay. So, with your first 6, you managed to get the processor repaired,
Great.
right? It's probably actually more like a seating issue, right? Like the individual pieces of your nice headset are like modular and meant to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of the contacts was just not making a good connection anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you pulled it out and cleaned it and put it back in, almost like old like Sega Genesis cartridges, right?
Feels spiritually good to be able to take something apart and put it back together with new, like refixing the parts on a modern laptop. Anyway.
With your second 6, what kind of bonus do you think you want to have? Because I can see you showing off, like when you reconnect, you're better for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Quickly isn't really an issue
Yeah,
here.
I got time.
Quietly, also not really an issue.
Yeah.
Finding something unexpected.
I think that I would love for it to be something unexpected.
Inside the Neurocaster, when you get it all apart, because this is the first time you probably opened this one ever.
Yeah.
Since it was issued to you.
Yeah.
Inside, there's actually like a tiny little folded up piece of paper.
Whoa.
He pulls it out.
And unfolding it, you see a message that just says, "You're not alone."
I think like everything is laid out very meticulously, like you're supposed to do when you like take apart something very, very complicated, right? Where you make a map of screws and things like that. So the Neurocaster is immaculately laid out, and they set the actual unit down, and a bunch of the screws and everything kind of shift, and they don't even look because they are like glued to this piece of paper. And he just stares at it. For a very long time before laying it very neatly down on the table and finishing reassembling the Neurocaster. I think as we also see that his right eye is a little milky, and there's like what looks like, if you've ever seen lightning scars down the side of his face.
Oh.
Anything else you want to accomplish before the night's over?
I think he puts it back together and goes to sleep.
Cool. Next morning, you all wake up a little stiff, sleeping in the van, but nobody's murdered. The van hasn't been towed or nuked or anything else going on.
Okay.
Outside, glancing out the windows, you can see that, you know, it's a little early for like all the businesses aren't quite open yet because it's like 7:30, right? You guys went to bed pretty early. I mean, you had a big day, but you still went to bed pretty early, so you're waking up a little early. And you can see a little bit of small town activity out there, right? Like there's a couple of people that are out walking dogs. There's a couple of people that are like getting in their car and driving down the road and that kind of stuff, but nothing weird.
Cool. Okay. Then I'm gonna head to the general markets, the drugstore place.
You can get there.
Gonna buy an assortment of snacks and water bottles and drinks and road trippy stuff. I'm gonna make sure I get a box of like ice cream sandwiches.
Okay.
And like they're not gonna last long, but we can have them this morning for breakfast.
Sure.
And and then I'm also gonna buy
an adult. You can have an ice cream
Yeah,
sandwich
you
for breakfast.
do what you want.
And I'm also gonna buy a bunch of different colors of hair dye. Like some of them natural looking, some of them not at all like just like an assortment of like 7 different colors.
Okay. So you come up with like a absolutely, because it's a store that doesn't have carts, right?
Yeah,
It's just got
that's
the little
fine. Yeah,
basket,
yeah.
right? So you come up with a just jam-packed basket
It's like
full of stuff.
stacked berry. Like
Yeah.
this is Cassie like art reflecting life with me because it's me like I will not get a cart, like giant.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm also gonna carry everything in one trip.
One trip.
Yep,
One trip. Yeah.
Oh no.
I learned that lesson at one point because I had a fourth floor walk up apartment.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't learn that when I had a apartment with no elevator.
yeah, same.
I wish.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, so whole bunch of stuff.
Cool. You get up to the front, and there is a younger person behind the counter,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like 19, 20.
Yeah, okay.
And they're kind of like sitting there listening to headphones,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because nobody else is in the store.
Yeah.
Right? You probably saw them like watching you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a creepy way, but like you're the only person that's come into the store this morning,
Yeah.
and you're like going around and getting lots of stuff.
Yeah.
So you get up to the front, and he pulls out the first item and starts scanning it. He doesn't have like a check stand. It's
Yeah.
just the little manual scanners. And he kind of gets through all the stuff, and he goes, "Wow, you got a lot of stuff. But do you want a bag for it?"
That would be great. Yes.
Sure.
What are you listening to?
Oh, sorry, I totally forgot I had them on.
No. It's great. I love music. What are you listening to?
Oh,
Kidding me.
I actually know what he's listening
I know.
to. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be in, like, how old is Cassie again? I'm sorry.
Like probably late 20s.
Okay. I don't know if you'd be into it. It's kind of a new band. Real Big Fish.
Yeah. Cassie's not in, like, knows, but not super into it. Kimmy was into it, but yeah. Okay, Cassie's like, oh, I've heard of them.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
That's great.
Cool. Yeah. Just, entertaining myself in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep scanning. Tallies everything up to be, I don't know, $67.
For
Yeah,
Grapple
perfect.
and
Okay,
Guys.
perfect. Oh, I can add the $100. Did I spend it? No.
You did not.
You did not spend it. You took it and kept it.
It's in a separate column on my character sheet. It's not yet completely added to the
Perfect.
Ronnie's money.
Yeah.
It's like having it in an envelope. You know?
Yeah. It's not. I haven't stolen it yet.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not
And now you
spent.
have.
Yeah.
Now you've spent it.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. No. I had money of my own, so I'm spending.
Oh, okay.
I'm spending out of that column still. For now.
For now.
Yeah. Okay. So
And he
I
puts it
think-
in like 2 paper bags.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Cool.
Uh,
Oh, was there any like doggy toys?
There's probably, yeah.
Okay,
There's
I-
got to be a little section. with,
Okay.
like- it's like there's the
Xylophones.
sleeve of 3 bright orange tennis balls and
Oh my gosh.
like some frisbees and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna. If there's like a squeaky toy, like a chewy thing, everyone's gonna hate me for that later.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then and then
Now.
yeah, and then just a couple other little things like that. So,
It's like when you get a kid the toys that play music when you click them.
yeah.
Yeah. How much do you like the parents is what
Yeah.
level
Yeah,
of
yeah,
evil
yeah.
toy you get for the kids.
Correct.
I love that.
All right. So I'll make it 75 total for the doggy toys too. Is that cool?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just make it 70. Like,
Doggy toys are gonna cost more than $3.
not really.
Not in the
It's
70s.
the
Not in the
90s.
90s. That's
It's
true.
the 90s.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
And this place isn't like
No.
you're not shopping in the gift store at the Ritz.
Yeah.
You know,
Or even
Like-
at the Madonna Inn.
right? Yeah. It's not a trendy place.
Okay.
So sure.
Perfect.
And they kind of said, "Well, have a great day." Puts the headphones back on.
Yeah.
I need you to know that when Ronnie wakes up,
Mhm.
there is just a drone sitting there staring at them.
Ugh. Good morning, Kilo.
Good morning, Ronnie. You're speaking.
Yeah, I think that you shocked me out of whatever that was.
Good.
Okay. I sit up. Mm. Are you still asleep in the back of the van? You?
No, I'm outside with the dog. The dog is
that
like
makes sense.
peeing on the side of the car.
Oh, good.
You guys are just sitting in awkward silence
The
by
best boy.
yourself.
Good
Beep,
boy.
beep, What a good boy.
Just buy your toys.
No, not peeing on the van. Like
Oh,
I'm
okay.
standing next
Got
to
it.
the van.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh.
like within just
Like
you
on
know,
a on a bush or
2
something.
feet, 3
Okay.
feet. You know.
I run into
Yeah.
that problem with my dog all the time. If we go on a walk outside, he's longish, so he'll position his head over the thing that he smells and goes, "I should pee on that," and then he'll start to pee, but it's like in the middle of the side,
Hey, man, you're so calm.
and I'll be like, "Dude,
Yeah,
just
that's
you
my
have to
cat.
calculate the distance between your front end and your back end, buddy."
It's way too much physics for your dog.
It is for sure. But then he'll also start to walk before he's done sometimes.
Oh yeah,
no.
my dogs used to do
The
that.
wandering stream.
Yeah. Just why?
God.
Why?
Come on, man. Yeah, I think unfortunately for Ronnie, Kilo is like glued to them.
Can I help you?
You had a bad almost falling out of the van yesterday.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah. I'll be all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kilo doesn't move.
Oh, again, can I help you? What are you?
I'm just making sure that my traveling companion is fine.
um, having to beat a drone off the back of a vehicle is not the worst thing that's happened to me. It was a lot. I'll be okay. I didn't freak out until after we'd gone and everything was quieting down. I'm not I'm not gonna hinder anything.
I just like it more when you can yell back at me.
Okay, I'll get on that. Give me an hour.
Is that a request for me to leave you alone for an hour?
No, I think you being here will help me work up being able to yell at you again.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ronnie is like trying to hide the fact that they're smiling. And they're like they're gonna turn away and like just grin and just oh god, where's Cassie and Emily?
They've gone out.
Okay. Yeah. Do we know what the plan is here? It doesn't seem bad here. But we should probably still head out sooner rather than later.
Unless we want to bring a Terminator-size drone here.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And plans, I don't know.
Thank you for saving my ass.
I didn't want you to fall out of the van. It was selfish.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Are you all right? I mean, the answer is no, but like,
I'm fine.
I know that it's not fun to deal with things that are emotional and human. I get that. If you're not feeling everything, then you can't snipe back at me as effectively.
You're saying you want me to yell at you better.
That's one way of thinking of it. Sure. I was always shit at the therapy part of doctoring. But none of us are doing well. And you do more than just drive the vehicle. And I know you don't like talking about anything, but I'm here if you need it.
I know.
Not to interrupt, but mechanically speaking,
Yes.
Yeah.
is this resolving some
Yeah.
tension?
Oh yeah.
One way or the other or both?
I have no tension with Ronnie right now.
I had one tension with Kilo, and I already shifted into down to 0. So,
Okay.
yeah. Now I have one hope. Yay!
Yay!
Hooray!
Did this increase tension?
I actually, because I know who you are, and I just haven't told you.
Yeah, and I don't know that you know. And I think that the moment that happens, the tension will go up astronomically.
Oh, for sure. I wonder. I think there is still tension there, so I think the tension, like, I think it goes down and then comes back up again. Like, it's just like hovering it between 0 and 1.
Different way.
Yeah.
It's in a different...
Different flavor of tension.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure.
I think actually the tension does go up with Ronnie, but I think it's because you're being nice and it's weird and it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Ronnie's
And
like,
that's
love
100% valid also. Yeah,
there we go, there we go. We love it.
All right. So you get back to the van with your armloads of stuff. You have finished the walk time outside.
Hand out the ice cream sandwiches. Squeaky toy, squeaky toy.
Oh my gosh.
You got
It
ice
is-
cream sandwiches?
Yes.
Yes.
It is
Although,
now
hi-
just like a rhythmic squeak, squeak,
Yeah.
squeak. What's the plan?
Get on the road again,
Yeah, I think just hit the road
Yeah.
again.
Okay. So you all pile back in the van.
I think before we leave, if anyone explains what the town is actually about, Kilo would fully ask Cassie, "You're sure you want to leave here?"
Yeah, I don't. They don't understand. They have similar values, but they don't understand why they don't want to put on the headsets. They still think that they're logging into the neuroscape. They haven't been woken up from it. And I don't. Well, they're living the correct way. They don't understand the truth of it. And I also don't want them to get hurt. And I think if I stayed that they might get hurt.
Well, you know where it is on the map now.
Yeah. She looks kind of like, oh yeah, like, and you can kind of see her like reach over and like circle like the little mission on the map.
Sure.
And she's gonna like wind up her camera and take a couple pictures before she goes. And then
Who's driving?
I mean, Kilo will unless
Yeah.
someone else
probably Kilo.
tells it not to.
Emily doesn't know how to drive, so
Very good.
Not an option.
I mean, it might be an option at some point.
Yeah.
Things get bad enough.
Oh gosh, no.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
Dave
getting.
just rolling.
I hope things
I'm
never
scared.
get
I don't
that
like that.
bad.
You get pull out onto the main road and yeah, you start driving north again.
Yeah.
I think that's a great place to call it for tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'll then put us into our next bit of adventure along the 101.
We have to do the
We're
end
gonna
of
do the
session.
questions.
Yes, leveling up.
I had it written on my notes right here. So
You remembered, y'all.
we'll do it this time right now. If you feel like you followed your whatever things,
Both.
words, your dream
Or your flaw.
or your flaw.
Mm.
Both.
If you feel like you did those, if you feel like it's an edge case, feel free to discuss in the group. If you decide that you are eligible, then you can roll. You can choose a stat, roll a d6. If you get higher than the stat goes up. And if you get the same or lower, you get a new talent.
I think for the first time, Kilo pursued their dream in a very odd and specific way.
Love it. Love that for them.
I definitely did both of mine. Which, yeah. Play.
I don't know.
And again, I improved my empathy. This is very funny.
Kilo the therapist.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna be a therapy bot now.
Terrible. They would be dreadful.
I was also trying to improve my empathy, but I rolled a 5 and I have a 5, so I'm gonna get another talent. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Please state the nature of your mental health emergency.
It's gonna be Baymax.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
I don't think Cassie did either one of those things this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, character-wise, if you ever get to the point where you feel like your dream isn't in line with where your character is going now because the narrative has changed, you're welcome to change it
Mm-hmm.
to align more with what you're trying to do. That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to get it every time,
No.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if it seems like you're not getting it because that's not what you want to do anymore,
Mm-hmm.
then it's time to change it.
Well, her dream is make them see the truth, but she didn't really do that this time. She kind of didn't push on them. And then the flaw is I believe to hide my fear. So I think she also wasn't like as afraid this whole time. She didn't lean into that piece. So I think she
Yeah.
was just kind of chilling and just kind of existing in this space right
And
now.
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think actually Emily's sheet might stay the same as well.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, thank you, Internet, for tuning in to watch session 5. 5 seasons in a movie. Session 5 of Road to Nowhere, our Electric State actual play. Thank you very much to the chat mods that have always kept us safe and happy here, and to all of the crazy people that showed up to watch. It's always exciting to see people piling in and chatting. Even if it doesn't look like I'm responding a lot, I do glance down occasionally when I have a second. As a GM, I find that if I look at chat too much, then I'm lost. So I purposely try not to engage too much. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate it even more when I go back and rewatch later. Also, huge thanks to everybody that supports the channel on Patreon. It's thanks to you guys that we can play whatever we want with the wonderful people that we have around, and we don't have to worry about running ads every 3 seconds, or me having to do actual ad reads, which would be very awkward and weird. But I appreciate that. And, you know, we can have something to drink, and we can have air conditioning and internet. All those things. Yeah. Let's go around one more time. We'll start on the right this time.
Oh god, hello!
Jump scare.
I'm like in the middle of writing my talent. Hello, I am Cody Gonzaga. I use they them pronouns, and let's see. You can find me. I have a website, www.codygonzaga.com, KODIGONZAGA.com, and my internet handle is Jaztice, JAZTICE. And oh gosh, I don't know. I make game, I write thing. That's all. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai. You can find me everywhere as a Stella Ladris. And gosh, you can find me on Thursday. Oh no, I'm going to start with the other thing. On every other Thursday, which last week, finally, our 5th episode after some production delays of Lori's House, a Home We Remember actual play, came out wherever you get your podcasts from Tender Vicious Studios, where I play the architect, which is the GM role for the forthcoming TTRPG. That this is the first actual play for it because we wrote the game. Called The Home We Remember, coming out soon from Frivolous Bear Studios. So go check out Lori's House. It is a journey into memory and self-exploration and community. And I also burned down a house quite a number of times. And then Thursday this week, you can find me over on my channel playing Baldur's Gate 3. I do have a show every Monday called Seems Right, where I go on long rants about costuming and storytelling. They're usually actually to a theme and not just me ranting at you. This week's theme was Anachronism is okay. Me giving people permission to break history because it's good for storytelling. And then on Saturday is the final stream in our 4-week, 5-year anniversary streamathon for Transplanter RPG. You can follow all week. We're rerunning Godkiller Last Hope, our first in-studio actual play. And then on Saturday, we're actually doing a playtest because Godkiller was written by, I don't know if you know this, but our GM, by Connie Chong, wrote Godkiller, which is an incredible game in and of itself. And the final published version coming out from Evil Hat is in the works, and we're doing some play testing for a world building segment for it on Saturday over on Transplanter. So it's going to be a great time. You can get a sneak peek at more Godkiller stuff. And then I'm not going to forget this time. You have 6 days to vote for the Crit Awards, which is a community-sourced TTRPG and actual play award series show award thing. And I am nominated for 3 different categories for 3 different shows, including my work right here on Happy Jack's RPG in Outrunners, which is a Starscape actual play written by somebody in this room, GM'd by somebody in this room, and played with someone else in this room. And I had such a good time. I'm nominated for Best Player Indie for Outrunners for Road. I'm also nominated for Best Player for Cobalt Press for Sun and Chains, which is a Tales of the Valiant, part of the Cobalt Creates Tales of the Valiant series, with an all AAPI cast in a post-colonial fictional Asia, which is a really good time where I vent about the perception of samurai in fantasy, but as a character. And then I'm also nominated for my work in Best Makeup and Costume for Merrick, or Patroclus of Ancient Greece, in the Doomsayers, where I take an iconic gay character and put him in an iconic gay era of history in the 1980s. It's a really good time. I did also make him a vampire werewolf. All of that and more. But you can go to happyjacks.org/crit to go and vote for myself and somebody else in this room, which we'll get to in a minute. Go, Yuri.
Yeah, damn, that you're all over the place. Yeah.
I won't stop.
But hey everybody, my name is Yuri, that is Y-U-R-I, pronouns she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere on the interwebs. This week, usually every other Wednesdays, I'm at Superhero Shenanigans doing superhero stuff over at Mutants and Masterminds. We will be taking a small hiatus, about 3 weeks, as our GM moves.
Oh.
So that's yeah,
Good
oof,
reason,
indeed. So instead, tomorrow you can go and find me over with the folks over at Folk and Myth, where we are going to be playing it's called Castles and Crusades. I've never played the system before, but very excited. We're going to be doing the Lantern of Blackspire, a little gothic horror-y, just dipping the toes there. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go check us out tomorrow.
Awesome. And I am Kimmy. She, her. You can find me at Golden Lasso Girl on Blue Sky, and I'm back on Instagram now, trying to do the Instagram thing, and TikTok. And then you can find me at Golden Lasso Games in all those places as well. You can find my games at goldenlassogames.com. I am also up for some crit awards. Very exciting. I'm up for Best Podcast Host for my work here on the advice show that we do every Saturday night. And you can come send in emails. We read them and give people advice, which is very exciting because it's from all over the world. And then I'm also up for Outstanding Community Member, which is very amazing and exciting for my work on the Gamma DEI Committee, for also co-chairing the Gamma Horizons Fellowship for this past year. Origins was like the official end of my 15-month tenure as a co-chair for it. We've passed the baton now. But yeah, my friend Ray and I kind of steered that program. It's a scholarship and mentorship program for marginalized creators in the tabletop space. And yeah, just tons of work to try and make everything better in the tabletop world. So it was really nice that I got nommed for that. It's very emotional and exciting. But but you can go and again vote for both of us and anyone else you see that you love, as long as they're in other categories. If you go to happyjacks.org/crit, it's a redirect to the Google form. I'm just kidding. You can vote for anybody you love, especially us. There's 6 days left. Come on.
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, and then I'm here on Tuesdays, and then I'm here for the advice show, running things on Saturdays. And if you ever at Happy Jacks anything, it's me, because I'm the boss bitch here. So
Yeah. You run this house.
I run this. Girl boss. Okay. It's very late. I'm punchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're
I've
tired.
had a lot of caffeine during this game.
I noticed.
All right.
A lot.
We can tell.
More than my recommended daily amount.
Yeah.
Not kidding. That's what the can says.
That's what the can says. And everybody, I've been Kadave. I'll be Kadave again next week. In the meantime, I'm usually just Dave. But you can find me back here next Tuesday. Very excited to keep going with this wonderful time in a van. But next week on Monday, I was going to stream yesterday, but you guys were streaming, so I didn't want to try and be a weirdo. So I chilled out, which was fine. It's usually fine with me. But I will be back to streaming something on Monday. I have started to get the itch to get back on the road and do my trucking game again.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see where I end up playing. I'm not sure. But you can find that at CA Sith Lord on Twitch. You can follow me at CA Sith Lord on the Blue Sky. It's the place I check the most often nowadays. Yeah, because I'm not a good social media person. I'm just not. That takes time out of... I am the Cassie of social media. Just yeah, no, I don't need to do that very much.
It's not real.
Yeah, exactly, right? Nobody can cyberbully me if I'm just not cyberable.
So fair.
I know exactly what I said.
Yeah, me too, Kimmy. I was like,
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
good work, Dave.
With
If it makes you feel better, I think you're perfectly cyberable.
Oh, well, that's very kind.
Oh.
Back to the days of the Prodigy chat rooms.
Oh. Need my MIRC chat open.
All right, I've derailed again. So with that, have a great night. We'll see you next week. Be safe out there.
Bye.